What's going on, everybody? I just want to give you a little information before we get this podcast started. So again, this does contain massive spoilers for Sleep Token's new album, Take Me Back to Eden. The only reason why I say that is because, again, I would really encourage every single one of you that are listening to this podcast to go through and take their new album, Take Me Back to Eden, in its entirety and just experience it. It is an hour-long masterpiece. And so, again, I would hate for you to be spoiled by little pieces of the songs intermixed within the podcast. And so again, I'd highly recommend listening to the entire thing and then coming back and listening to this podcast. My friends Anothony and Miguel and I really dive into this band. We kind of go over the lore, how some songs kind of tie in together, and so there's a whole bunch of spoilers in regards to this band. Again, we're not going to talk about like who they are, because again, I actually do know who they are, and again, that's something that we do not talk about, and again, I will not spoil that for anybody, but just want to let you guys know that again, we will be talking in depth with Sleep Token's new album, Take Me Back to Eden. So again, I just want to give you a quick spoiler in regards to that. Again, highly recommend listening to it for yourself and then coming back and listening to this podcast. I want to thank my buddy Anothony and my buddy Miguel for coming onto this podcast and having a conversation with me. They are like just as big as Sleep Token fans as I am. So again, it was really fun to have all three of us kind of have a conversation in regard to this album and how much it means to us. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Chandler Burton Podcast, whether you're watching it on YouTube or you're listening on your favorite streaming platform. Hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you again for your ongoing support.
You're listening to the Chandler Burton Podcast. Turn it up to 11 and rip the knob off. This is Chandler Burton.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 64th episode of the Chandler Burton Podcast. I'm your host, Chandler Burton. Got two really special guests today. We've had this guest before, my buddy Miguel. How you doing, man?
What's up? I'm doing great.
Dude, I like your shirt, actually. Is that a Sleep Token shirt?
It is, dude. It's brand new.
Dude, I haven't gotten mine yet. I literally been checking the mail every day. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Wait, he got his from the UK, yeah?
Did you get yours from the UK?
The UK one, yeah.
Oh, dude, I lied.
I thought you said it was going to take like half a year.
Dude, come on now. We live in modern times, dude. Well, you can get anything from anywhere in like 2 days.
Where'd you order yours from, Anothony?
US.
Dude, me too. It hasn't. I literally got an email from Spine Farm saying it's coming, but it's not here yet. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we got Anothony too. How you doing, buddy? I haven't gotten mine yet. No.
I'm doing good.
Dude, awesome. Yeah, Miguel's been on the podcast before. Anthony's his first time. Again, I was just telling him before. I was like, I hope he's not nervous, because again, he's handsome. And, don't like being on camera that much.
Stop! You're embarrassing me.
Nah, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. But how you boys doing today?
Yeah. I'm doing
solid.
Good.
Yeah. Did you guys work today at all? Do anything fun?
No, I've been off.
Yeah, dude. I love working.
You do?
The best. Making money.
Yeah, dude.
Buying shit.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Dude, I just got back from the studio working on a new song, so that was really fun.
Nice.
Dude,
Did you do any blasts?
No, this song doesn't really fit the bleh.
I
know, but...
It's Do You Wish You Loved Me kind of, or Are You Really Okay kind of vibe, huh?
No, dude, that song, those songs... Dude, well...
That man's out here making pop music in the studio now.
Dude,
what a quick transition that was.
I know, that was really good, dude, because we are going to be talking about Sleep Token today. We're going to be talking about Take Me Back to Eden. This is a full... See, I guess this is a spoiler discussion. I mean, I guess this is for, like, if people haven't listened to it yet, don't listen to this yet, because we're going to play part of the songs. We're going to be talking about it in depth, because all three of us... The reason why I wanted these two on is because all three of us love this band. Like, I don't think we've all loved a band this much. I think honestly since like Linkin Park. Is that inaccurate?
Since Linkin Park?
Well, I mean, like, we've loved bands in between, but like all of us, like, collectively, like, I feel like Sleep Token's the band that we're all like, dude, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened.
I can agree with that.
I mean, collectively, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, here's the thing. We all love, I mean, Baxter and I are more closer to music than probably Miguel is nowadays. But this is a band that we've all are like, what? Really? Well,
Me and
different genre.
Well,
yeah, we resonate with a lot of different vibes.
See,
he's in the music, but he's in a different realm with it.
Me?
For sure.
No, Miguel.
Oh, Miguel. Yeah, dude. Are you working on new tunes right now, actually?
All kinds, dude.
Dude,
all kinds.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. A little bit of dubstep, a little bit of lo-fi hip hop, a little bit of whatever I feel at the time.
Dude, we could be the new Sleep Token. Maybe we are Sleep Token. I'm Vessel. This is Miguel's Vessel 2, and Anthony could be 3. It's
who's
us.
3? What's he do?
I don't know who's 3. I don't know.
I think 2's the drummer.
Is 2 the drummer? Oh,
I think so.
Okay, well,
I only know that because of their drum playthroughs on YouTube.
That's fair, dude. That guy's a beast, though. By the way, seriously, watching
Hey,
him
Alexa,
play.
shut the fuck up.
I feel like it's just two. Do you think it's just 2 guys and then they just kind of replace the others over time?
I don't know, dude.
No.
I read that. I thought Vessel did the majority of like the recordings of it, but I guess there was another producer on this album with them. So I don't know. I think they did like Bowl for My Valentine and to my. I think. So.
I think because I listen to most of the music through Apple Music, and it tells you who writes everything.
Oh yeah.
It says Vessel 1 and the drummer. So I think Vessel writes literally just about everything except the drums.
Dang.
That's kind of why I say that, because I've only ever seen like Vessel 1 and Vessel 2 and like anything.
Yeah.
But you never see it. Like I never see in like written form like Vessel 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just speculating. You know.
It's kind of
maybe it's like them two. Maybe it's like the Gorillas, where it's like just 2 guys making music. One guy makes the music. One guy does all the animation and stuff. I feel like this is kind of the same thing. Like one guy makes all the music, and then the other guy does whatever with like I don't know, the lore or some shit. Who knows?
It's very interesting.
But he's the drummer.
Yeah, that's very interesting too. And actually, really quick before we jump in, Miguel, you've seen these guys live.
I have, yeah. It was fantastic.
It was Did they didn't open? They were opening for somebody, right? So you didn't get like the full Sleep Token experience, though.
Yeah, no, they weren't as huge as they are now.
Dude,
like,
yeah, we gotta talk about that too. How they blew up for sure.
Yeah.
What songs did they play? Mainly, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Like they only played like 6 songs, right?
They played a couple songs from Sundowning. I think they played the main one. I forget the name, but like the one that everybody likes.
From
Offering?
Like Take a Bite of Me or something like that.
The Offering, yeah.
The Offering, yeah, that one. They played that one, and then the rest were from This Place Will Become Your Tomb.
Did they play Alkaline? They had to have played Alkaline.
I'm pretty sure they did. I can't remember, to be honest.
I was gonna say it's probably been a while since you've, but that's cool, man. I mean, so like, was it like overall? Was it like just like was it like as theatrical as we make it out to be, or like I know they were opening, so you probably didn't get the full.
It was awesome because it was Sleep Token, but it was like they weren't the main opener, so there wasn't a whole lot of focus on like their production.
Who opened? Do you know?
The back. I forgot. It's just some band that apparently they're super big, but I can't remember. Like it's not somebody that I ever got into.
No, that's okay.
But, I actually left after Sleep Token.
That's fair, dude.
But yeah, nothing could top Sleep Token.
Dude, I know, that's what I'm saying. Actually, and that's true too. Kind of tying that in, dude. Like their North American tour sold out in like less than a day, and like people were like scalping the tickets for like $800. And I'm like, dude, like they're playing in Portland at the Roseland, and Miguel was saying like, dude, they need a bigger venue because like it's literally just them. I don't think any other band's opening for them. It's just them. That's insane.
I would have loved going there too,
dude. The Roseland's awesome. That's like my favorite place to go.
Just to see them play. Like I already mentioned this to you before, but I hate going to concerts and like having to listen to bands that I don't give a shit about. Like, I mean, it's fine. People go there, they listen to like maybe there's a couple of bands that people like, or maybe they'll discover something new. But like for me, it's like I'm going there to see Sleep Token. That's all that's all I want to see.
Yeah, you're going for the headliner.
You're like demisexual with music.
Yeah.
You have to have the connection to them before you can fuck them. Just saying.
I've seen them fuck the bassist on stage.
What? The Sleep Token?
Yeah. During the song "Sugar," they were playing that live, and the bassist was just laying down, hanging out, and Vessel decided to mount him.
I've never
wild.
I've never seen that video.
I think I
Dude.
heard of that.
That's hilarious, dude.
They're
That's
goofballs on stage, man.
That's cool though, man. Also, too, like, did you guys see the video where the guy just farted like in the middle of the set? Dude, I laughed for like hours. Dude, I don't know how he kept his composure. I would have just died. I would have been laughing the whole time, dude. Especially behind the mask, trying to be all serious. I would have just died.
It happened right when nothing was going on in the music either.
Yeah,
like,
and it was during Atlantic, which is a really sad song, and someone just farts, and I'm like,
yep.
You think it was intentional?
I've read speculation that someone brought like some kind of fart machine because it sounded like it was such a wet fart.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it was so loud. I was like, dude, I fart loud. I don't think it could blast through like a huge concert. You know, like I've never heard someone fart at a concert.
That shit had reverb.
Yeah,
that shit was loud.
Dude, it was. Miguel, you gotta check it out, dude. It's super funny. It's hilarious. But dude, yeah, let's jump right in. Let's talk about some Sleep Token here. So obviously, again, we're gonna talk about how we kind of discovered this band. But I mean, this band, dude, like blew up from like I think like it was when Chokehold and the Summoning came out, which we will talk about. Like ever since the Summoning, these guys like blew up. They went from like 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify to like 1 million plus with like 2 songs. It was literally insane.
Plays on Spotify?
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Do you know what I actually looked at how many plays they have on Spotify with just the Summoning. Do you want to know what the number is?
Do you know offhand? Yeah, if you know.
Yeah, it's 35 million.
Holy cow, dude!
Dude, that's like
good on that.
Chokehold.
How much does Chokehold have?
15.
Dang.
Wow.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of you might know this, Baxter, but like people were like shocked when they dropped like 2 songs in a row. They did that before with Sundown, and they put out a song, then a song the day after, and then they waited like a week or so, then did it again. So they've done this strategy before, but I mean, these songs must have just taken off a little bit better because like the growth this band has had is incredible. Like it's literally insane. Like how much they've grown in like the past like few months. When did Chokehold come out? Like January? They were like January.
Yeah, I think so. It was the beginning of the year.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was because I was in Florida, and I get a tweet from my boy Metal Burb. He's like, "Dude, great way to start the year with new Sleep Token." I was like, "Dude, no way, not yet," because This Place Will Come Your Tomb was still pretty new, and I looked it up. I was like, "Dude, there is a new Sleep Token song." I was like, "That's insane, dude."
I mean, what? Yeah. This Place Became Your Tomb came out what 2020?
September of 2021.
21. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. And I still, like, that album is so good, but I still feel like it was just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just weren't talking about it. It's like with these songs in particular is when they really started to blow up. So I do want to, whoever wants to go first, I can go last since I am kind of hosting here. So let's talk about how we all discovered Sleep Token, and then you can kind of just give your overall thoughts, like, just on this album, and then we will dive in and just kind of talk about the album as a whole. So whoever wants to start. So how did you discover them? And like, I guess, how has this album impacted you so far? It's only been out for like a few days. Whoever wants to go.
Anthony, go.
Okay, Anthony. Me? Yeah. Anthony's a huge fan of this band. Like, he knows more about it than Miguel and I do, for sure.
And I actually don't know how you got into it, so I actually do want to know.
Yeah, tell us, dude. I know how Miguel did, but how'd you get into it?
I mean, I kind of already said. I discovered him through Nick Nocturnal, because I was just like looking at random stuff, and honestly, I think the thumbnail for it was Hypnosis that he's reacting to, and I think the thumbnail also kind of intrigued me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's something that really attracts me a lot is album covers and whatnot. If it looks really cool, I'm like, all right, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
So I listened to him react to it, and I'm like, holy shit, man, this is like it's like a song I've never really heard before. It was so cool, and it caught a certain ambience that really fit the theme. Like, obviously, I was going for like a water theme.
Yeah.
Whatever. And they caught that so well with that song. And then, of course, you know, as you progress, that song just gets better and better. We all know what that song's like. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, you know, screw it. I'm going to go and I'm going to dive into the rest of their music on my own and listen to the entire album. And the album came to me during a breakup of mine, and so, you know, Sleep Token's music is a lot about relationships and whatnot, and going through a shitty time, and it just kind of resonated with me a lot. and I fell in love with that album and just had that shit on replay for months.
I remember you telling me that you had it on. I remember you texted saying, "Where can I get some Sleep Token merch?" And I was like, when we couldn't really find much, but now it's like everywhere, which is awesome. But
I couldn't even wait to text you. I was at work when I texted you.
Yeah.
I was listening to their album. Like, I need merch,
dude.
And I don't buy merch. I don't buy merch from like anything.
Yeah. That's cool though. That's cool that they've made that much of an impact on it. Because again, like we'll kind of talk about this too. Because Miguel actually brought it up when I called him the other day in regards to this album, and I'll try to remember to talk about it during a certain song. But like, yeah, their music is so like obviously they had like that lore behind it about like is it the goddess of sleep? Is that is that what it is?
We just assume so.
Yeah, and so but again, like, yeah, but again, it's like you can still take their music and apply it to yourself. Like, absolutely you can. Like, you know, it's just an incredible thing that they do, and it honestly just makes their music really, really cool. And I thank you, honestly, for sharing that. I think that'll honestly... Like, it's cool how music, like, moves people in different ways, so I appreciate you sharing that, dude. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah. Dude, Miguel, your time to shine, my man. How did you discover Sleep Token?
Get a boy?
Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, no, Chandler got me into Sleep Token.
Yeah.
100%, man.
Yeah,
I remember we were in your car. We went to Taco Bell.
Yeah. Oh, Backroom. Sorry, crack me up.
All right. We were in your car. We went to Taco Bell.
My car?
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were at Taco Bell, and you're like, dude, I gotta show you a song I think you'd really like. And I think you played Atlantic.
I did because I was like, so for those who don't know, and you know, Miguel's a very talented musician. He can play piano like incredible. Back when I've heard him play, so like I knew you would like it for the piano at least. After when it got kind of more rock, I was like, I don't know if he'll like it or not, but I knew you would like the piano aspect of Atlantic.
Yeah, well, and then I heard his voice, and I was like, dude, this guy's a good singer.
Yeah,
this guy's a real good singer.
Yeah,
and so I liked his vocals, and I liked the instruments. You know, I just liked I liked their style of the way that they make a song. They always start real quiet, and then it just kind of builds and builds, and then it just explodes.
It does.
You know, like towards the end, and a lot of times they'll go into those crazy like heavy breakdowns, which is really cool. They've been doing that a lot more lately, and I'm like all about it.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so yeah, I just really like their style, and so then I got into them from that one song. I looked up the album that song was on, and I got into it, and then I kind of just like dropped it for a little while. I was like, oh, this band's really cool, and then like just save them on my phone, and then kind of just forgot about them for a little while. But then like same thing that happened to Baxter happened to me. Like I went through a breakup, and then like I don't know. One day the album was playing, and like I listened to the lyrics, and the lyrics hit different, and it just after that it was just like, holy cow! Like I feel like I know what this guy's going through, because at that time I didn't know that he was even talking about his like sleep god or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, like looking back at that now, I still kind of think it's like. I mean, and I guess that's the part of the appeal of his songs, right? Is that like it's pretty relatable. Like you can talk about, you can relate to like you can take the lyrics and kind of make it about like whatever you relate to in terms of like, for me, it was like a breakup, and it kind of sounds like he's talking about a breakup like in his own life, and then you find out kind of the deeper meaning behind a lot of the songs, and he's talking about, you know, his sleep entity that he experienced, you know, in his dreams, and he's singing about that, and it seems like he's kind of singing about like this toxic relationship that he has with her, but I feel like at the same time that's like, I bet you anything this guy went through some crazy relationship issues, and totally, you know, he's kind of using this like sleep god as like he's talking about her, but he's like kind of disguising it as like this whole like backstory with like this god and everything in it. It's pretty sick. I'm all about it.
That's a good way. I didn't even think about it that way. That's pretty clever. Yeah. It probably is talking about a girl, but doesn't want to say her name, so it's like it'll just be a sleep god. Why not?
Make up a whole story about
it. Make up a whole story.
Like, make up a freaking trilogy of albums about it, and just like market it like really good, and I don't know. It's genius.
Dude.
I like it. I like what he's about, you know. And the fact that they like to be anonymous, which I'm all about, like the music, you know. I like bands that are kind of more mysterious, and they, you know, they're very much that way. They don't want it like to get their personal lives involved with their music, which is really cool because they want it just to be about the message behind their music, and that's awesome. I like that.
That's sick,
you know,
dude.
so yeah, that's how I got into them.
Dude, that is fantastic, dude. I discovered them through, I got a reaction request from one of my friends, Ethan. He's like, dude, this is all I've been listening to. You should check out Sleep Token Alkaline. And I was like, all right. So that's when I have like my old setup, my old microphone. So I don't really go back and watch a lot of my old videos because they're just so cringy and bad. But like I sometimes go back to watch that one just to, like, you know, discover my love for them for the first time. And when I heard Alkaline, dude, I was like, dude, this is like phenomenal. Like this was just fantastic. I mean, I feel bad that you both gone through something. I'm glad that the music was able to help you, but I wasn't really going through anything like that, and so I just took it in as like just really enjoying the music part of it. And I won't lie to you guys, like honestly, so like I did a full album reaction to This Place Will Become Your Tomb, and I thought the whole album was gonna sound like Alkaline because I really like that song. I was like, dude, because that was like the main single. Everyone knows that one. And I didn't get that at first, and this is gonna sound weird. I actually was not a fan of that album at first because I was like, I liked Hypnosis because it was heavy, but I was like, I don't know, the other songs, they just weren't hitting for me. I was like, then I realized I'm like, I need to listen to it again and really just take in like what he's talking about. And I don't know, something clicked the next few times I listened to it because I was like, dude, how could I have hated this album? Like, I didn't hate it, I just didn't like it. Didn't click with me right away. But the more I listened to it, the more I was like, okay, I get what they're trying to go for. I get like the vibe that they're trying to be. And they're honestly like the best band. I don't know if I would call them a band in like the scene, because I'm like, dude, they're just so much better than any other band that I've listened to within this metal rock scene. And that's how I discovered them. And ever since then, I was like, it took me a little while to get into them, but the more I listened to them, the more I gave them a chance. I was like, dude, these guys are incredible. Like the lyrics are great, the singing is great, like they can do different genres and it doesn't feel like crowbarred. It doesn't feel like, oh, we have to do a pop song to be popular. You know, we want to do it because we feel it feels right for the song. And there's something about it, dude. Like again, like I had a really hard cry to a few songs on this new album.
Holy shit, this man cried?
Dude, I cried. Dude, I cried at, I mean, we'll talk about it, but I cried at Are You Really
Nice.
Okay? Like, big time. Like,
Oh,
big tears. Because, again, that's a song that he may be talking to the goddess of sleep, but I could relate to that song, like, absolutely. And so, really quick before we jump into talking about each song, I just want to, I'll pass off to either one of you two first, again. What are just your overall thoughts on Take Me Back to Eden, just overall? Then again, we'll give like a score and more thoughts at the very end, but just like your first time listening to it is like an hour long. I mean, what are some of your just initial thoughts on the album? Then we'll dive into the songs.
Album of the year.
I love it.
Oh, dude, masterclass. Yeah, masterclass. Yeah, I was telling one of my friends, like, dude, I don't see why any other artist is gonna release music this year. Like, that's how good this album is. Like, I'm serious. I'm like, dude, there's just nothing better that I've heard. This is like the greatest album.
Another band, your next favorite band, whatever that might be, could release a song and you might think that that song is a banger, but it's still not going to be able to compete with the entirety album of
it won't.
There's no fucking way.
I know.
It's crazy to me too, because I mean, we could get back into it later, but like this is the first album in a long time where there's not a song I skip.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I mean, even This Place Will Be Your Tomb, even that had like one song that I would skip. It was Missing Limbs. That was just weak to me.
No, that's fair. I like that. I like his singing on that song, but overall the song to me it is kind of a throwaway. But his voice is always fantastic. Yeah, I agree. That song is definitely kind of a throwaway song. But yeah, dude. Wow, I didn't know that, dude. That's fantastic. What about Sundowning?
Long listening to something else, dude. I try to throw on like a different type of music,
dude,
while I work. I try to listen to whatever else. I can't. It's like, it's not Sleep Token. It's not Take Me Back to Eden. This feels wrong. I'm sinning right now.
I'm the same way, dude. I did a reaction to so a label sent me you ever heard the band Holding Absence? You ever heard of that band before? No. So they sent me the song earlier. Hey, you want to check it out? I even said in my video, like, I need to listen to something else besides Sleep Token, because again, like, I I've not listened to anything else since it released like on Friday. I was like, I gotta jam something else. But again, I like the song, but it's like it's just not. It's not Sleep Token. And I know I feel bad saying that about other bands who are trying to create this art, and they're very talented, but there's something about this band that it's just like, this is a reason why they're being talked about so much right now. Yeah, this album's, it's no skips for me, but Miguel?
What would you ask?
Oh,
What songs are you skipping?
Are you skipping any songs, or like, what are just your
Which
general
song am I
thoughts?
skipping?
No, yeah. What do you think of the album?
What do you think of the
I
album?
mean, overall, I love the album for sure. I love the album, but there is one song that I probably would skip, and it's "Do You Wish That You Loved Me." That song just did not. I don't know.
Honestly,
It just didn't vibe with me that much. It's like very, like, kind of very poppy vibe, but also just there's not much to the song, and like even the lyrics, I just kind of didn't didn't really vibe with. So.
Well,
That's probably the only song I didn't really care too much for, but all the other songs were like masterpieces.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Listening to the whole album in its entirety, "Do You Wish That You Loved Me?" I still like it, but it does feel kind of like the it doesn't fit in quite well.
It's like an interlude.
Yeah,
Anything else.
Yeah, and we'll definitely talk more about that for sure. But let's go ahead and let's dive in. So what we're gonna do, guys, here, just to let y'all know, we're again spoilers. We're gonna talk about these songs. So again, if you have not listened to this album, definitely go listen to it, then come back and have a conversation with us about it, because we're going to dive into the songs now. We are going to start with Chokehold. And with Chokehold, I think I've told you guys, like, for me personally, it was, I don't know, like, well, I guess "Do You Wish That You Loved Me" would be my least favorite, but when that song first came out, again, compared to like The Summoning, Granite, Aqua, Regia, that one's actually my least favorite. Like, I'm being serious. It's a great album opener. Yeah, Chokehold. I'm being serious about that.
That's like my
you guys don't.
favorite.
I know you guys don't agree. I look at Baxter, his head's down. He's like,
I'm pulling up the list of songs.
No,
But
dude.
yeah.
No, but for me, like, I still like it, and I will say this: hearing it in the entire album as a whole, it is an awesome album opener. Like, it is super epic. It just, in my opinion, there's so many more interesting songs on this album. This song is just kind of your straightforward, like, rock metal song. It doesn't do anything too crazy, in my personal opinion. But I still like it. But I know it's some of your favorites. So you guys want to talk about it? Absolutely.
About Chokehold?
Yeah, if you want to talk about Chokehold, like, why do you like it, or why am I wrong?
Chokehold.
You what?
I mean, you're not wrong. You know what's crazy about this album is so many people are going to say, like, a song is not their favorite, but that doesn't mean they don't like it.
Yeah, no.
You have 12 songs that are essentially masterpieces of their right, and they can't all be equal. They're gonna drop down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. When Chokehold first came out, I was like, I mean, that's all I listened to. I thought it was great, but then, again, and we'll talk about The Summoning here in a little bit, but when The Summoning dropped, that's like what I listened to the most. I mean, that was
fair enough.
Literally insane. The Summoning just had more, like, moving parts to it, more variety. I guess, in my opinion, Chokehold just didn't have a lot of variety. Chokehold was heavy, but it just didn't, like, this. Again, I can always say Vessel's voice is fantastic. It's always fantastic, but it's like, I like to have more than that, because, again, like, I'm always going to think he sounds good. Like, that's always my thing. So it's like, I want
baseline.
Yeah, it's just, it didn't, the song, it was good. It just didn't go forward enough for me, I guess. It was kind of just straightforward.
Pretty slow in the beginning.
It was a long intro. I was like, oh, dude. But again, like, as a whole album, it works. Like, the atmosphere of it, with everything going on, terrific. I thought that was really cool. But again, yeah, definitely probably my second least favorite of the singles. Miguel, you said it's your second? What was your...
Yeah, I think it was a good way to start whatever story that they were going with, because I feel like their album probably, like, and I have to keep listening to the album to really understand it, but I feel like they're kind of painting a picture, like they're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're kind of like telling a story through their songs, and I think they put their songs in a very specific order.
Absolutely.
To, like, kind of tell a story. And I think that just the way that it starts out is kind of long, and there's not a whole lot going on in the beginning. Like, the first minute and a half of the song, there's not a whole lot happening.
Yeah.
And I think that's the point. I think that's like, this just the beginning, and it feels very kind of tense almost, like something's going to happen.
Yeah,
but
that's a good way to describe it.
Till the beginning,
Yeah.
So, but I also do like the lyrics. I like what he's singing about. It sound like to me, it sounds like he's talking about like if he's talking about his God, right? Like he's talking about how he, like tries to work really hard to be this vessel for this God, right? Because he's like talking about something about like the sword, and
right.
I can't remember the lyrics right now, but like putting down the, oh wait, no, is that the I'm getting mixed songs mixed up. Aqua Regia,
that's Aqua
putting down the roses or whatever, but no, and then he's talking about something about like making, I really should just pull up the lyrics, honestly.
I just did.
But like something about gold, turning his walls to gold for you, or some shit like that.
It does feel like this album is really talking about like his aggressive relationship with this goddess, where it's like he's like trying so hard to like impress her, but it's just not. I don't know. I feel like it's just not going well. I don't know. That's kind of like the vibe I kind of got from it. Like he's trying so hard, but it's not working out.
You got me old, because he's like trying so hard, but he's still like stuck,
But again, that can be
so like.
But you can relate to that. But like a real life,
exactly.
Yeah,
it's relatable, because it's like here, like I'm this dude who like gets into relationships and like tries really freaking hard to like be, what they want me to be for them.
Yeah,
and it like I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm in a chokehold because I'm like, you really got me, you got me in this freaking chokehold because I'm like doing everything I can, and I still feel like I'm not enough,
Absolutely.
And I'll work really hard. I turn my walls to gold for you, and like, all that kind of shit, like it's relatable. And I feel like a lot of people probably feel the same when they hear him sing about that, they probably resonate with that. So like whether he's singing about his God or whether he's singing about like an ex-girlfriend of his or something, it's like it just goes back to how relatable it is,
Yeah.
So that's why I like the song a lot. It's just like I like the vibe. I like the just the way it builds, even though it's kind of slow in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then
you guys definitely
overall,
you actually brought a lot of good points to my mind. It makes me want to listen to it again after, so I can like take in those notes and like listen to it with that perspective. Because it's actually really cool. That's why I wanted to have you guys on, because it's like you guys been bringing some cool perspectives for me on things. I'm like, the song was okay, but now maybe I can listen to it again. Like this might be one of my new favorites. So I don't know, but Bax, do you have any more thoughts on the song before we jump to the next song?
No, dude. Miguel did pretty well.
I know, dude. You killed it, dude. Dang, we're all just sitting there taking in that knowledge, dude.
The lyrics, and then kind of got a better picture of what I was trying to say.
I do the same.
My review.
Yeah, that's my review. Absolutely, dude. Sick. Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and
chorus.
Yeah, that's true. The chorus. Yeah, the chorus.
I was singing the chorus the entire time when that song released.
Yeah, it's one of those choruses too where it's like it's really simple, but again, it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of a simple chorus is not a bad thing because you're singing it, and I love that aspect because Sleep Token does get a little technical with like some of their lyrics and some of those vocal patterns on this album, so it's like this is a very simple chorus that you can just sing along at the top of your lungs, just have a great time singing it. That's another thing.
Weird to your neighbors.
I mean, hey, if they discover Sleep Token because of that, dude, that's
I'd be walking home just being like, "You've got me here now." And fucking no music. They can't hear no beats,
music.
Just
me
fucking like a psychopath.
Chokehold.
They're like, what the fuck is this? Call the police. This guy's singing about being in a chokehold.
Then you can explain to him. You'd be like a Mormon missionary and be like, "Hey, do you have a ton of time to talk about the
did
God
that,
of sleep?"
dude. I actually converted someone.
You to Sleep Token? You did?
Yes, in our Discord group.
Oh, sick.
Because my sister listens to Sleep Token too.
Oh, that's
casually.
Cool. Nice.
And he heard us talking to it, so he looked it up, and he's fully converted. He's part of the cult now.
Dude, that's fantastic. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Super sick, dude. All right, cool. Well, let's jump into the summoning. Now, the summoning. I think this is the song that really took them from like 0 to 100 in like a matter of like
the TikTok song.
Dude, here's the thing though. Like I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
So I have a TikTok, obviously, and I used to promote my YouTube channel. But like I feel like TikTok, if you use it correctly, it can honestly be wonderful promotional material. Like I don't know if do you guys know Bad Omens? band.
Big fan.
So me too. So their song "Just Pretend" off their new album blew up because of TikTok. And honestly, I love that song, and it's cool to see them blow because of that song. I feel like Sleep Token, that same thing happened to them. But it wasn't even like the metal part of the song. It was like the part at the very end.
The radio-friendly part of the song.
The radio-friendly part. You see all those thirst traps from all these girls who probably did not even listen to the first 5 minutes.
It's like, bitch, you probably skipped the fucking breakdown shit, didn't you?
Yeah, you skipped the whole thing.
You skipped the whole... Yep.
Yeah, you skipped the whole thing.
Straight to the end.
Because you probably saw someone do it on TikTok, like, oh, what's the song? And they're going to listen to it like, oh, no, it's not for me. And then they hear the end, and they're like, oh, actually, I could be sexy with this. So... honestly, any kind of promotion for them is good, but what did you guys think of the summoning overall? I mean, that song blew me out of the water when dude, it just skyrocketed to the top one of my favorite songs from them.
Yeah, I love this song.
Dude, it's heavy.
I feel like it's super like heavy. Their crowd pleaser of the album because it's like super heavy, so the metalheads are gonna like it, but it's still got like their Sleep Token vibes with that whole like end part. It totally changing up the genre in the same song.
But it's like it's cool.
Very Sleep Token.
Yeah, it's cool if they can do that though, and it didn't feel like. I mean, it was such a good song. I wasn't able to react to it because I was gone, but it was such a good like for reaction videos to do that song because everyone's like, "What? Is this the same song?" I remember watching one guy going like, "Did I skip a song?" But it's still the same song, which is insane.
Yeah,
like. But again, it goes from like literally like 100. It goes from 0 to 100. Like that breakdown, like after the first verse, it's actually like really heavy. I was like, that's probably the heaviest I heard Sleep Token before, Vore or Gods, and I was like, this is insane. And then it goes like a cool guitar solo. Then it goes back to it. I will say, Baxter, we talked about this. I know we talked about that interlude. Do you still think it's a little too long until it gets to the? Is it okay? Yeah, go ahead. Okay.
I'll say this because you know about my the interlude issue, and I said the interlude is too damn long.
Yeah, it is long.
To the baby making part, the radio friendly part. When you're when your first time listening to it, it's like cool. Where's this gonna go? There's like intrigue. It could go anywhere. It's Sleep Token. After your fifth listen, though, you're like, all right, let's get this fucking going.
You're right, because honestly, the first time, because obviously, you heard the song, again, those breakdowns. I thought for sure we're just gonna get another like big breakdown. I'm like, it's a heavy song, and then we're gonna get that really cool super iconic moment now. But yeah, on the first, you're right. The first time you listen to it, you're like, where's it gonna go? Honestly, I'll be honest with you guys here. Like when that part gets to the part of the song, I just actually fast forward it to the end. So I do fast forward through the interlude. As much as I love that song, I do tend to fast forward a little bit. It's a little bit long.
Fair.
It's a little bit long. Again, there's long songs on this album that I love, but that part just. Nothing really going on right there.
I'll say this though, I have less issues with it listening to the entire album as a whole.
Yeah,
but maybe that's because I listen to it while I'm working, so I can't like skip or fast forward or anything. So I let it play.
But if you're like laying down in your bed, would you skip it? Like if you're just listening to the album all the way through, would you fast forward it? If you're not working out,
probably not.
Okay.
I'd probably let it play just because I know there's a whole ass album to come after. I'll just let it go.
That's true.
Yeah, I really like that part of the song actually.
Well, it's
I think it's super. It's like a nice break from all the heavy, and I dig it.
It's cool for you because, like, again, you like. I mean, I could see you like. Is it because you kind of make that type of music? So, like, if for you,
I mean, I definitely see myself making something like that. But I also listen to stuff very similar like to that too.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I like the whole song because I like metal. I like the weird stuff that they were doing at the end. I liked that little, the interlude, very soft, very just like not too much going on. Like you could almost sleep to that,
You totally could.
Like
you could.
The whole thing. I'm a big fan.
Here's the real question for the boys here. Would you make love to that part in the Sleep Token song, the very end? Would you make love to that song? Like,
man, I'd be too busy fucking busting us in the breakdown, dude. I can't fucking.
I know. I'm already nutted when the screen was going during that funky breakdown, dude. I'm already finished.
The ending is when we start cuddling and like I leave eventually and go make a sandwich. Like that's that part. We busted earlier. It's over. The two breakdowns, the fucking heavy part.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
Nuts.
That's
both my nuts busted.
Heck yeah, dude. Okay, well, that's not the answer I expected, but that's a lot better. That's fantastic, dude.
That was the answer we needed.
The answer that we needed, dude. That was so sick. Also, I also love the statue in this one, and I also realized this: we did not get any official music video for this album. Did you guys notice that? It was just the visualizers, and not even. Yeah, which is a huge bummer because again, like for This Place Will Become Your Tomb, there was like I think 2. Was there 2? It was Alkaline, and then Fall for Me. I guess is a music video. Am I missing one?
And
I feel like
the Love You One.
The Love You Want, which by the way is an incredible, like aesthetically, that color. Oh, God, it's so good, dude.
You know what's weird is I don't think Sundowner got a music video, did it?
No, I don't think it did. I think they're all visualizers. I just realized that. Even like The Offering, that didn't even get one. This Night Doesn't Belong to God, that didn't get one either. They're 2 most popular songs.
Jaws.
I feel like they might be working on videos, like music videos, like later on. I think maybe they were probably just trying to focus more on just like
the music,
getting the album done, and like doing all the marketing for, because they did a damn good job with all the marketing that album.
Another thing
they were focused more on that, and I think maybe I'm just being hopeful that they might be working on music videos right now.
Maybe
now that the album's out.
Yeah, I think so. Especially, and again, we'll talk about it. Like, especially like their title track, "Taking Back to Eden." I think that needs a music video, not a visualizer. I think that would be a journey of a video. It would be absolutely insane. But yeah, it sounds like we're all pretty positive on the summoning. I love that song, even with that the little bit long interlude. I think that is. When it first came out, that's all I listened to. It's absolutely...
It's a nitpick.
A nitpick and a song that's still, I think, a great metal song, which is awesome. But sick. Okay, well, let's jump in. Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing, though.
Yes, sir.
Guitar solo, dude.
Yes, dude. Where are the guitar solos?
Guitar solos,
dude. I always say that about metal bands. Like, dude, we don't have to play just breakdowns. We can have a guitar. We can have a guitar solo. There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
The summoning was like, we'll have both. We'll have breakdowns and guitar solos.
I know, seriously. Oh, I will ask you that really quick before we move on. Just like, do you remember what your initial thought was when you first heard the ending? Like, when you're like, were you guys expecting something heavy, like a breakdown, or were you guys what was your like initial thought when you first heard the "Ooh, in my love"? Like, what was your guys' thought?
I instantly thought of Persona 5.
The Persona 5,
because it's like jazz.
Okay, that's fair.
So Persona 5's. Weirdly enough, Persona 5 introduced me to jazz. Like, that's when I started diving into it.
That's cool.
And that kind of sort of genre, it kind of modernized it for me.
Yeah.
And then you listen to that at the end of Summoning, and it's like, damn, dude, it's like that same vibe from like Persona 5. Like, it's just like modern jazz. It's something I'm not really exposed to.
Yeah.
Very much.
That's cool.
It caught me by surprise, but I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
Dude, that's sick. What about you, Miguel? Do you remember your first initial like reaction to like that ending part?
Honestly, I mean, all I remember thinking was like, oh dang, like he brought back that that main hook or whatever, but like totally changed it and like made a totally different vibe out of it.
Yeah,
but it's cool. Like the same hook,
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's super cool. I just remember going like, dude, what the heck? I was with my fiance and we were both like, well, what just happened? Like, this is weird. But then we're like, we love this song. It was fantastic. But yeah, great song. Okay, let's jump into Granite. So Granite, I really like Granite. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this one. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people kind of just put it on the back burner as one of the weaker songs on the album. But that's, I don't know, that's just kind of how I felt. I love it kind of has a little bit of like an R&B type feel, and I actually, not saying that because I'm an African American man, but I love R&B music. Like, I do, man. Like, I vibe with it, and I thought especially like the second verse when his voice is really in the forefront of that. I just love that song. I thought it was so cool. But yeah,
That's the one about the car ride, yeah?
Yeah, and I asked you about it. Like, what's the song about? Like, I think it's just about her being in the passenger seat and just not giving him attention or something.
No, I think she's driving.
Oh, she's driving.
She's driving. Yeah, he's in the passenger seat.
Okay. What's up with the is it the square statue? Is that the one? So what does that mean? Do you know? Like, I'm trying to figure that part out. I'm trying to
value pyramid head.
Well, I mean,
it's basically a pyramid head.
Yeah,
a cube.
Yeah, it is for sure. I'm still trying to figure out what all the statues like.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the statues relate at all.
You don't think
to the
so?
songs.
Well, because I know because remember we were talking in my car when we saw what did we see? We saw the Mario movie, and we sat because I got my new car. We were sitting in the car, and we were talking about like this place will become your tomb, like all the symbolism, like with the whale and the water, and you talk about like all these things connected together. So you don't think the statues mean anything, but like this place will become your tomb did have some significant tie-ins with the
I don't think so. The place, this place will be your tomb. I had the visualizer stuff, and they had like the fishes and whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't think they were related to the song specifically, but I think they're related to the album concept as a whole. And I think that's the case with this album, where it's like the statues aren't related to the song itself, but related to a bigger picture.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think they're supposed to be like demons. I think they're all supposed to be some kind of like some demons or
it could be.
Because like the ones from This Place Will Become Your Tomb, those are all sea monsters, and some of them actually look like actual sea monsters that we actually know, like the anglerfish or whatever.
Yeah.
Other ones there were. But like I think one of them was like a megalodon. I don't know.
I think so.
But like,
I dive into a theory. I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, so like, let me finish this thought, and then you should get into that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think they're so like since they had sea monsters for This Place Will Become Your Tomb. I think this one is supposed to be like demons or something.
Okay.
And like in one of the songs of Take Me Back to Eden, he talks about like. Demons in the night sky demons make the night something feel so heavenly or something like he's talking about digital demons or something
that's Ascensionism. Yeah,
I think that's what I think he's talking about the statues. I think that's a reference to that. I don't know though.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. See, again, like I never even think about that. That's very interesting. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. You have a thought, Baxter?
We could come back to this like towards the end of the podcast if you want, because it's my prediction for where the band might go.
Oh yes, I would actually love to hear, because honestly, I don't know where they're going. I know they're going to keep making music, but yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, they're going to quit.
Yeah, dude, I actually told Miguel that, because I read some of the reviews, and some people were saying like, if this is it, this is a great way to say goodbye to Sleep Token. I was like, dude, there is no way they're going to quit this forward momentum that they have right now. Like, could you imagine like them just like, all right, we're done.
I can actually see the lead singer actually doing that, because he is a nobody.
It's true.
So it's like this could easily end and just be the project finished.
That is true.
Maybe that's why they want to remain anonymous, so that they can do that, basically. Because if no one knows who they are, there's no way for anybody to be like, oh hey, you're that guy from Sleep Token, like make more songs. They won't get anybody bugging them.
That could be one of the reasons why they stay anonymous, because it's like, maybe they're just like, all right, we could just be done after this if we wanted to. I hope not, but I
don't think they are though.
I don't think so either. I think I will say, I think they are. I think it is going to be a few years before we get like a new chapter, because again, this is the end of a trilogy. I feel like it is going to be a few years for them to like really. And who knows? Maybe they'll come back with a brand new genre that we've never heard of before and do some more crazy stuff with like this new.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, could you imagine? But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Going back to Granite. Did you guys like this song, or do you think it's
yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
love it.
I don't know, dude. Like I just don't see a lot of people talking about that one, but I really enjoy it. Yeah. I think it's vocal.
That one does sound like he's talking more about a toxic relationship than his deity. Yeah. Like 100%. I feel like this one is totally just about like an ex.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these songs on this album, it doesn't feel like he's talking to this god. I feel like he's literally talking about himself or somebody he like is really close with. So it doesn't feel some of the songs like there's no way. And this is one of the songs.
Like, you think okay, so if you think there's no way this is tied to like a deity or a higher story.
This song?
You could Granite.
Okay.
You could view the car as like someone being in charge of his journey. He's a passenger seat in a car. His deity is driving the car, taking him to wherever the hell she wants to go, not where he wants to go.
Oh, dang.
Right, yeah, that's true. Because there's a lot of references to where he kind of talks about Sleep as kind of like a selfish god, like he's always trying to do things for her, and it's all for like her agenda, her plan, like the way she wants it to be. And like it also sounds like a girlfriend. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but
totally.
but yeah, like either way, like yeah, I guess I could totally see Granite going that route for sure with the car.
Oh, that's clever, Baxter. See, you're a smart guy. I like that.
Double meanings, man. It's something crazy with the lyrical writing because like you could listen to every single song for the most part and have it be relatable to your real life because the way he writes them is so grounded.
Yeah.
They're not so otherworldly sounding that you couldn't possibly relate to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like they still could relate to this other being, this other force.
Yeah.
Without it being thrown in your face. Like no one would know that there was even a deity known as Sleep if like Vessel didn't say like that's how he made the band.
Right.
There's no way we would have known.
Yeah. It would have just been we would have think us talking about like
just
a girl. Yeah. Which again, that's cool. Yeah, you could definitely have double meanings for that too. But yeah, it sounds like we're all pretty solid on Granite. Yeah, that's a really good song. So let's jump into the next one. The next one is Aqua Regia. And I think honestly, that was my favorite single. I don't know what it was. You figured the Summoning would be my favorite because I'm definitely a metalhead. But this song, while this song has a bit of a longer interlude as well, I found that one way more interesting than the Summoning. Like that piano part, I was like, dude, this is like bleeding Miguel. I mean, this is like totally Miguel's song. And I love that one. It's such a different vibe. And I was like, this is just like jazzy. It's cool. I don't know. There's something about that one that really works for me, like personally. It's just such a good song, dude.
Song sucks.
You don't like that song?
No.
I was like, no, dang, dude.
Oh, I break the silence in the most awkward way.
No, you're good. You're good. No, I absolutely adore that song. I thought the piano in it was great. I thought the beat was great. Just everything about it worked for me, dude. I don't generally listen to that type of music. Again, I'm more like a metal guy through and through. But for me, like, it just, I don't know. It's just nice that I can listen to like a heavy song and then like listen to Aqua Regia. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just like, it works for me. It
grew on me.
You didn't like it at first?
No, I mean, in fact, the last time we talked about it, I said it was probably the weakest of the singles for me.
Oh, okay. Miguel's like, dude, no.
Yeah.
No.
That song was definitely.
It grew on me after listening to the album, letting the album play through. I'd be like, oh, fine, okay, yeah, I like it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, especially listening to the chorus. Chorus is so good.
It's so good. It's so good. I love the lyrics in it, dude. It's so clever.
Do you know what it's about though?
No.
Because I actually don't.
I don't.
Know
I think it's cool. I mean, it's really coolly written, but I have no idea. Like, I don't know subatomic interactions. Poetic. I don't know what that means. What's because honestly, there's been a few Sleep Token songs where we talked about alarm bells. I don't know what that means. Do you guys know what that means?
I've been trying to fucking figure that out.
Yeah, because there's a few songs he's like talking about alarm bells.
Alarm bells.
Well, he's dancing to alarm bells. Like, my best guess is that like I mean, why would you dance? You would dance because you're probably happy or celebrating something. But then, like, in the background, there's alarm bells, there's warnings, there's fires going on, and maybe he's not. Maybe he's completely oblivious to the fire that's around, like the shit that's happening around him. That's my interpretation, my guess. Because why would you? I think of dancing
as something happy.
The song kind of sounds kind of happy, I guess.
Kind of.
It doesn't sound necessarily sad. It's not very metally, so it's not like super angry sounding or anything like that. It's kind of, I guess, neutral or happy, I guess. But he says dancing through the alarm bell, so I mean, that's how I interpret it. But I might be completely off base. I've been trying to figure this out ever since the song came out.
I know. I don't know either.
That's such an interesting line.
Yeah.
I pulled up the lyrics.
Okay.
So like, can I just read it real quick?
Absolutely.
So it says, "No wonder my ears are still ringing." So okay, let me start from here. So he goes, "Oh, when I'm done dancing to alarm bells, no wonder my ears are still ringing. And I am done fighting off change. No wonder my arms are still swinging." And so, like, I've been trying to figure that out too, because, like, it like that sounds I mean, when I heard that, I was like, that sounds legit. Like, I like the way that sounds, but I'm like trying to understand what he meant by that, because it feels like
It feels
you
important,
know,
but I don't know what it's talking about.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, what does it mean, dude?
I don't know. Arms are still swinging.
Yeah.
Arms are still swinging. What does that mean?
What would that mean? Would that mean he's fighting? Or
Yeah, like
yeah. Sounds like something you hear like a hardcore band. That's what I'm saying. You know, my arms
he's
still
so
swinging.
used to fighting that like even when he doesn't have to, he's still in like fight mode. You know?
You know what? You might be onto something, because when I'm done dancing to alarm bells, no wonder my ears are still ringing. That makes me think that if his ears are ringing, that means he's been dancing to alarm bells for a while.
Okay.
Right. And so he's so used to that. He's so used to his life being just like crazy, just like a hell on earth all the time. He's so used to it that even when he has a time of peace in his life, he still feels anxious probably. He still feels like on high alert all the time, you know? So that's why his arms are still swinging. He's always still ready to fight when he has to, even if he doesn't have to, because that's just the way his life has always been. You know?
Dang.
I don't know. That's the best I can come up with.
That sounds good to me. That's pretty good. Good job. That could be completely wrong. Not knocking that, but that honestly is a great. Randy. That's honestly a good guess. I think it'd be really cool if the band ever watches this, because I mean, no, they're still just a bunch of normal, you know, I don't want to say not normal people, but I mean, hilarious. They watch it going like, yeah, they're not right. This is incorrect. But good job for trying.
Unfair, dude.
I know.
If we're never right, if we're not right, comment, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude. Like, let us know. Like, honestly, like if
there's no lore book to this yet.
Dude, I know dude. The thing is, I would buy that and I would read the entire thing.
Wait, dude, have you looked on? Do you look at the Reddit very often?
Not too often. No.
Someone bought like an album, like a physical album or something of that sort that had writing in the runes, and someone translated it. And fuck, I can't remember what it said. The last line said, "I'm stuck in the jaws of God" or something. Which makes me think that, like, so we're all going crazy about this lore thing, and some people are like, you're grasping at straws, there's no lore really to be gathered there.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to that point where, like, we might actually get some sort of, like, lore-esque book officially at some point in the future.
Dude, that would be so cool. Dude,
that'd be great.
Oh, dude, I would buy that in an instant and read every single and study it like no other, dude.
That'd be dope.
That would be super cool. That's sick.
Dude, honestly, if they ever made this thing like a legit religion, shoot, dude.
Shoot,
I might just convert.
I'm already a follower.
This might get you.
I love sleep. I'll tell you that right now. That's like my favorite thing.
Dude, I know sleeping is the best, dude. Absolutely sick. Honestly, that was a cool conversation about Aqua Regia. Because again, even for like wrong, it's still cool. Because again, I want to hear other people's comments too. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment so we can definitely talk about it for sure. But let's jump into the next one. Let's jump into Vore. Dude, I still don't know how I feel about this song. I don't like this. I think I told you guys this before. I don't know, dude. Like the screaming, like the mix with the screaming sounds bad to me. I just don't like the way it sounds. Like I don't know. Does that make I don't know if it's like the mix or it's the screams itself. I don't really like the beginning of the song. I like the singing. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't like the beginning of it. I'm just being honest.
So, what do you think? Kind of to skip ahead. What do you think of the screaming in the rest of the album?
See, I think it sounds like if we're gonna skip a little bit, like Taking Back to Eden. Like I thought that sounded pretty cool. Like I thought that was pretty sick. On the Summoning, it sounded pretty cool just for a little bit, but I don't know. Vore has the most screaming on like the album, and again, I've talked about it before. Like I don't really listen to Sleep Token for like the heavy stuff. Like I could listen to a different band for that, but I don't know. Vore is very atmospheric. Like I love like the the pre-chorus leading into the chorus. I thought that was really cool. I don't know, dude. It's just the screaming did not work for me on that, in my personal opinion. I don't know. I know Miguel. Like, did you? Yeah, go ahead.
I like the scream.
Okay.
Because I think it was an artistic choice to make it sound that way.
That's fair. Because it just sounds really muffled. And I don't know.
Which is funny because if you listen to the lyrics, he's stuck in the throat.
throat. It's stuck in the throat. So maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe that could be it. I don't know. That really could be it. But Miguel, did you like this song? Did you like Vore?
I liked it. I mean, overall, the overall vibe of the song I like. But it wasn't like. It's definitely like one of the ones that where I'm like, yeah, once it plays, it's like, okay, hell yeah, like, you know, it's Sleep Token, but it's not like one of my top ones, you know.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Baxter's one of your top ones.
No.
No.
It's man, you'd be surprised what my top ones are. I was actually kind of shocked at what my favorite songs were.
Yeah, we can give our top 3 at the end if we remember for sure. I'm actually excited to hear what your guys' top 3 would be.
I don't even think I have a top 3. Fuck, I got like a top half. But Vore falls somewhere in the middle for me. I don't dislike it. It's a good song. I enjoy it though.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't skip it because I do like I love the guitar parts, and again, I love the chorus and the message is cool. I don't know.
It's also one of those songs that really interests me because after I've listened to the music and enjoyed the music for what it is instrumentally, I'm now trying to decipher everything as if it's a Dark Souls game. And
yeah, it could be.
Figuring out what everything means. And this song is rough to kind of try to figure out what's going on, other than the fact that somebody's stuck in something's throat.
I know. Dang, dude. I wish I could be stuck inside your throat, man.
Oh, man. Oh.
I'm sorry.
After the podcast, maybe?
Yeah, dude, for sure. You don't live too far. I can just skip and hop on over, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna sprint. I'm gonna put my running shoes on.
Oh gosh, but yeah, no, I like the song. I don't love it though. But again, with everything like the last like what we're gonna jump into next, I think the rest of it is an absolute masterpiece. So, is there anything else you guys want to say about Vore?
Nope.
Cool. Let's jump into number 6. Is it Ascensionism? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's how you say it.
Past light, past walk might be eating me from the inside, darling.
Dude, this might be my favorite. Like seriously, when I first heard it, I was so blown away, dude. Because again, I heard some things about it, like that he kind of raps in it a little bit, and I was like, well, we'll see. It's not, in my opinion, it's not really rapping. He's kind of like singing, kind of fast.
Rapping,
yeah, but
whatever you call it.
But man, this song was awesome. I love this. This is the song talking about the digital demons that you just mentioned, Miguel, like a little while ago.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the song when I called you the other day, and I was like, what do you think of the album? This is the song that you can really tell that he's really talking about this demon girl goddess. Like, you can really tell, like, on this song for sure. And this song, and I've gone on record before saying I'm not a huge fan of super long songs. Like, I just feel like, for me, I like a 3 to 4 minute banger, and I'm good. But honestly, I wish this song was awesome. Like, I love the piano, very cool, and then it goes to that cool like singing part, and then the guitar work on it is fantastic. Like, it just takes you on a journey and holds your attention for the 7 minutes that it's on. And I truly, this is my most listened to song. Like, every time this comes on, I always rewind to the like when he does like the sing rapping part. I just freaking love it. Like, I love everything about this song. The lyrics are so unique. Like, everything about this one works. Like, it's just the guitar, it's so atmospheric, and yeah, this is my favorite one for sure. Absolutely my top song on this album.
I agree, dude. I think
you like this one?
It's definitely up there. It's probably one of my up there songs. Maybe number 4 for me.
4? Okay.
But yeah, it definitely sounds like for sure he's talking about this like god,
like the puppet queen and stuff, and
yeah,
I'm like, dude, this is totally talking about her. Absolutely, it's crazy. This was the song Baxter. I was thinking, I was like, I don't think he's gonna like this album because of parts like that.
What, the rap?
Yeah, like the rapping. I was like, he might not like this.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I love rap.
Well, I know, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just felt like you wouldn't like it that much. I don't know. I was like, I wonder if Baxter's gonna like this.
I don't even know if I would call it rap, to be honest. I think it's like a R&B singing type of like,
which I love.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Yes, you do.
I actually didn't love it that much, to be honest.
Really? This is your least? Was this one of your least favorites?
No. I mean, when I say I don't love it that much, it's very minor. I just feel like it kind of comes at a like if he did this somewhere else in a different kind of like song or whatever, maybe I'd like it. But I feel like it just kind of comes out of nowhere in this song.
Okay.
It's just a weird switch up to me. But then again, it's Sleep Token. They always do weird switch ups.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I mean, I like what he's saying and whatnot, and I don't hate it because he's rapping.
Right.
I don't have any problems with that. It's just,
Okay.
The style.
That's fair.
The song.
I think there is actually a callback to Vessel's old band in this song. I mean, if y'all know, you know.
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. There's definitely a callback to his old band. And again,
he
like,
does it again in a different song.
Does he really?
I don't know anything about the old band.
Oh, you don't?
Yes.
I mean, it's
he says the other word in a different song.
You're right. He does. And again, I don't want to give that away because again, some people prefer this band to be like secretive. Like, I mean, because of his other band, like I've learned some things, but again, I will keep it respectful for everybody who's listening to it who does not want to know. But yeah, he totally is referencing his other band in this song, which is, I mean, that's cool. That's cool that he acknowledged.
He was part of NSYNC.
Yes, he was. He was the singer of NSYNC.
Yeah, he was the singer.
Good.
NSYNC. The singer.
He was I don't even know who sings for that band. Was it Justin Timberlake? Was that?
Well, I think there was like how many? I think they all sang. Yeah.
They did. They all sang.
I think they were just a boy band.
I only know like 2 songs. Is it Bye 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 and the song from the Jimmy Neutron movie? What's that one?
What the fuck, dude?
Remember to go to the amusement park?
The Jimmy Neutron movie came out in like 1975, dude. Ain't nobody remember that movie.
No, it's Pop. That you ever want to get high? This music, that's NSYNC. That was
an NSYNC song.
That was NSYNC. That's not Aaron Carter, is it?
I don't know, but I know he was in.
They all sound alike.
They all sound alike.
Well, like I get NSYNC and Backstreet Boys mixed up all the time.
That's true. I do too. But yeah, he's the singer of NSYNC. We'll just say that. But no, yeah, this one's one of my favorites for sure. I thought the vibe on it was cool. I can see what you mean, how it kind of comes out of nowhere, like because it kind of has that pause, then it goes for it, then it kind of. I see what you mean, but
it catches you by surprise.
Yeah, for sure. Because
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like during my reaction, I was like, "What's gonna happen?" And then that happens, and I was like, "Oh, whoa, this is not what I expected." But I think
now that you know that it's coming, it's fine. It's all good.
That's fair. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good way.
Like, okay, this is the song where he's gonna rap in the middle of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I move my hat to the side real quick and
dude, if Vessel did that, like had a hat on, dude, that would be fantastic. Like pulls it off to the side, just move. That would be super.
He's got a gat.
Yeah, dude.
Underneath that robe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we could jump to the next one. The next one is "Are You Really Okay?"
Are you really okay?
Now,
are you?
I don't know. After listening to the song, I don't think I am, dude.
Okay. Did you actually cry?
I did. I sent it to Miguel. I took a picture of myself because I know it sounds weird, but let me explain myself. I took a picture of myself crying because I was like, I don't want to forget how I felt listening to this album. And like that was one of the moments where I was like, dude, I really felt something with that song. And I don't think a lot of people they're gonna have a hard time listening to it because I think it is just so sad and so depressing. Like the line at the end that really got me is, "No, please don't hurt yourself again." I struggle really bad with depression, so like for me, like hearing that, I was like, dude, this really like spoke to me on like a personal level. Like I know you guys were talking about in the beginning how like you're both going through some relationship stuff, but like this song in particular really hit my heart in a way that I just didn't think it would. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a couple of lines there saying, like, "I don't believe that when you tell me you're fine. No, please don't hurt yourself." Like, just, I don't know, dude. Like, he's coming to him, like, with the crimson bleeding on the carpet. I don't know, dude. Like, I just felt really sad, that people struggle like that. And that song just hit me, like, really emotionally. And anytime I hear it, it's hard for me to, like, and sometimes I have to skip it just because I don't know. I just don't want to feel sad, and that song makes me.
Dude, I was listening to it at work, and
Dude.
I had to turn it off. I had to skip it because I was about to tear up,
Dude.
dude. I was like, no, I'm working right now. I can't cry right now. I can't do this.
But
So I
again,
had to skip it.
yeah, and I think honestly too. I mean, not only the lyrics, phenomenal, but I think the instruments on this are really cool. A lot of people say in the beginning sound like a Beatles song, like that, the guitar twang. Some people say like there's also.
It almost sounds like it was gonna turn into a country song.
I was
in the
just
beginning.
about to say that because someone said like the only genre Sleep Token has to touch is country, and then I heard "Are You Really Okay?" I'm like, dude, they're doing it. It
was almost there.
It was a little bit of country, a little bit in the beginning.
A little bit of country.
Yeah,
He put a little bit of twang on the singing.
He kind of did, dude, and his voice got really low in that song. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah, dude. If you listen to it, like some of like his singing in it, you'll hear a little bit of it. But no, yeah, this song is really special to me personally. Again, this could be talking about. This is one of the songs I was talking about in the beginning where I was like, this has to be talking about somebody he knows, or maybe he's talking about himself. Which, like, I don't know. Like, for me, I could just relate. Unfortunately, I can relate to the song hardcore, which is something I hate saying. But, yeah, this song really hit me. It hit me, like, emotionally, especially, like, looking back on my life with some of the things, unfortunately, I've told you, Miguel, what I've been through, or telling my fiance what I've been through. And it's like, it just, I don't know. It gets me really emotional, like, thinking about it. And the way it's executed and the way he sings it, I'm like, yeah, it gets me hard, dude. That didn't sound right. It does get me hard, but yeah, dude. But no, it really is a song that I actually do need to skip occasionally, just for that reason.
No, yeah, in a general sense, I think it's definitely a song that I think a lot of people can relate to because
a lot of people need, but it's just
like I think a lot of people find themselves in that position to where they want to help somebody, but they just don't know how.
That's another one in the song that like you're like,
yeah,
you're struggling, but I don't know how to help you.
I want to help you, but I don't know how. And I think that's like super relatable because like, some people, I'm the type of person who likes to help people, but a lot of times I really don't know how, and or like I don't even know if I have the the resources to help you,
Right.
So like the best thing I could do is just like listen to you, Right. But like, but I wish I could do more, Like I wish I could wish I could fix your problems for you, Like I wish I had that power, And I'm sure a lot of people who like to help people or just people who have somebody that they care about a lot probably wish that for them, they probably wish like, oh well, if I could make all your problems go away, I would, but obviously I'm just a human that doesn't know how to help you, and that's what this song's about. I think it's just somebody who wants to help someone they love, but they just don't know how.
Yeah, exactly.
Super relatable.
Very relatable. Yeah. Well, you, Baxter, do you like this one?
Yeah, it's nice. I didn't cry though.
Okay.
But it was interesting because you mentioned you texted me and you mentioned that people were thinking that this was a callback to Atlantica.
Yeah, that's one thing we should mention because like I feel like a lot of people like because you actually the one that told me about it that song was about a suicide attempt, and you talk about like the lyrics in it, like the blue lights, and I didn't even put those together like when I was listening to the song. You actually brought that out to me, which again I think that's awesome. The song obviously is really sad, but it's cool that you brought that up. But a lot of people are saying like this is not so much a sequel, but kind of like maybe a little bit of continuation of that. Like he's trying to do it again. And yeah.
So I said that like and this is under the assumption that this people referencing this is true because who knows, it might not be.
Yeah.
But this is what made me think that some of these songs are told through different perspectives.
Yeah.
It makes me think that maybe Sleep is the one who's singing these songs.
Ooh,
because
interesting.
If that's the case, then it makes me think that this song is Sleep singing to Vessel because Vessel's hurting himself.
Wow.
But Sleep doesn't love him, right? We know this,
right?
But that doesn't mean this thing doesn't care about Vessel.
Dang, that really changed my perspective on that song.
Dang.
Right.
That's actually, wow. Dang, dude, that actually is really interesting. Because the way that the lyrics are, could sound like, it could be singing about himself. Someone could be singing it to him. Yeah, and again, I mean, we've all been through that where someone's like, again, I think it's relatable where it's like, look, I don't necessarily like you like that, but I still care about you and I want you to be okay. And maybe he's having a hard time accepting that, where he's like, you know what, you don't love me. And so, and again, I think we've all felt that way. I mean, I definitely felt that way when I was trying to find the right person. Everyone just kept shooting you down. You kind of feel a little down, you feel a little hurt. So it could be talking about that. If it's talking from, the Sleep's perspective.
Assuming that's true.
Yeah, assuming it's true. Wow, that's actually really cool. Dang, dude,
because it's you sending me that text is what like something triggered in my you helped me try to figure that out, because if you go and listen to these albums with the perspective of there's a story, right?
Totally.
You try not to listen to it as if it's a personal experience. You go in full lore head and you try to piece everything together. Some of the songs lyrically don't make sense if it's coming specifically from just Vessel, because you listen to some of the songs and some of the songs do sound like a toxic relationship. Then the next moment he's absolutely enthralled by this lady, throwing himself at her feet and whatnot. The next he's being violent with them. I was listening to the Sugar. There's a lyric in Sugar where he chains her up and holds her so she can't leave.
Dang, dude. I love that
the
song.
relationship between them is like so wild, and it doesn't change within the song. It changes per song. So it makes me think that specific songs are from specific perspectives, whether it be Sleep or Vessel, just because of the wild emotions. It's so back and forth.
You could be right, and honestly, I kind of hope that is right, because I don't know. It makes it more their music more. I mean, it's not saying it's not interesting, but it makes it more. I don't know. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting about that.
And you would never know. You would never know who's singing.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, again, this would all just be assumption. Like, we could be completely wrong, or I don't know. Like, it's really interesting.
And it plays on Vessel's name because his name is Vessel. What's a vessel? It's something or someone that holds something. That means he's
like a container.
Yeah, it's like a container.
He's
exactly. Yeah.
And he's the deity Sleep's vessel. Therefore, he's could possibly be possessed or have this deity within his own body. There could be split personalities going on. Some other whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Dang, dude. I didn't honestly think we'd get that in depth with Are You Really Okay? I thought it'd be like, yeah, the song made us cry. We'll jump to the next one. But that was actually
because that song was such a turnaround. It was because you never get a song like that from Sleep Token. There's not another song in any of the albums that I can think of right now that is like Are You Really Okay? It's so grounded. It's so bare bones in a good way.
Right.
And it's so direct. It's so personal too. It's none of this toxic stuff. It's none of this fancy wording or anything like that. It's simply, Are you really okay? Please don't hurt yourself. Dang. It's so wild.
Miguel looks like he's in awe right now, dude.
Yeah, dude, very straightforward.
That's actually that's actually really good. Dang. Yeah. Makes me love that song even more, dude. It's still hard to listen to.
It's a good song.
It is a really good song. Fantastic song. Okay. Wow. That was that got really deep. Good job, dude. That was fantastic. I'll give you a little clap. That was pretty good, dude. Okay.
The lore master over here.
That's right, dude. I love that, dude. Okay, let's jump to yeah, dude. Let's jump to the next one. And I think this one was a grower for sure. The Apparition. What?
I actually really like this one.
Dude, I like it a lot now. I liked it during the. I didn't listen to it as much when when it first came out. Like, I kind of skipped it around a little to the other songs, but I really like this one. This one's a very one of my reaction friends. Like, this is very. It feels very Sleep Tokeny. So it wasn't. Should I do
name drop him?
I mean, it's Bogdan.
All right.
Do you know Bogdan? Hardcore?
Yeah, I used to go by Hardcore.
Yeah, dude. I love that guy. He's my homie.
He's the Ukrainian version of Nick Nocturnal. Always looks tired.
Oh, tired?
They both need to go get some fucking sleep, dude. They both look tired all the damn time. You know what's funny is they are alike. If you watch their mannerisms, they're kind of similar.
I think
they're clones.
I know they're homies. So they actually live pretty close. Like him, Metal Bird, they all live. Orion Reacts. They all live pretty close to one another in Toronto. They all like hang out and go to shows and
So
stuff.
there's something in the water that makes you a good reactor.
Dude, I know. It looks like I need to move over to Toronto, dude. Sounds
Get
like
it.
I know, dude. Seriously, but yeah, dude. Let's start with the Apparition. What do you guys think of this song?
I really liked it. I think the reason why I liked it is because he talks a lot about. This is very much one where he's talking about sleep and
Totally.
how he's kind of addicted to sleeping so that he can be with sleep and
Yeah, dude.
and like why are you never real, and you leave me with grace. Or let me pull up the lyrics on this one because I actually really like the lyrics on this
Yeah,
one.
they're really cool. A lot of people say this song fits like in a movie soundtrack, like the chorus, like it's so big, like it fit like a movie soundtrack. Like that's kind of cool.
For sure.
Yeah, dude.
So he's talking about what it sounds like he's talking about is like he's using every time he goes to sleep, it's like an escape, right? So that he can be with sleep, and he always wants to go back, but every time he goes to sleep so that he can see her, he's going to he's sad because he knows that once he wakes up, she's gonna be gone again. So he's always trying to come back. He's like, this is his escape because maybe his real life is so crappy,
terrible,
right? And so this is like his way of escaping into this, his paradise that he has made in his own. In his own dream world, right? Because I think in the lyrics somewhere it says something about let's make trouble. So let's make trouble in the dream world, hijack heaven with another memory. Now I make the most of the turning tide. It just split what's left of the burning silence. So it just sounds like he's really every time he's going to sleep, he's looking forward to another adventure with sleep, and he's just always wanting to go back into this world.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I dig it. I resonate with that because you especially
you can relate to it. Not like you personally, but you can relate sometimes your life sucks so bad you want to go to sleep and just not be here, or it could be kind of being about maybe being around somebody too much and you're just you're relying on them for happiness. You
can be leaning on someone too much,
which you should,
depending on them to
exactly.
comfort you.
Exactly.
But also, for me personally, I was actually super into lucid dreaming and stuff. So I actually really looked forward to going to sleep. No joke.
No, that's cool.
When I was in college and a little bit later high school years, I was super into lucid dreaming. I made sleep journals, and I would write down all my dreams, and I would do that so that I could find patterns and stuff in my dreams so that I could do more lucid dreaming.
Oh, cool.
And so I would looked forward to every single night. I was like, oh boy, here we go again. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have to do this tonight.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's literally what Vessel is talking about. His real life is so shitty that he looks forward to every night where he gets to escape it and be with sleep.
That's crazy, dude, to think about. Where it's dude, this woman could be so abusive to him, but he still looks forward to seeing her, and just because maybe his life sucks so bad and realize you know what, it's maybe bad here too, but at least I can kind of be with somebody.
It's better than his real life.
But it's but how many times do we relate to that in our lives where it's dude, are we just settling for a person, where it's just you know what, I feel like I'm never going to get married. I feel like I'm never going to be with anybody. So you end up with somebody, but they're awful to you. You're like, you know what? I'll just have to deal with it. That's not a good way to live. It's a terrible way to live. I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. It's again, you can draw real life inspiration from what he's talking about with what he's going through. And I do like the song overall. I like the atmosphere. I was gonna ask too. Maybe I missed the part, but the part we're talking about the suicide frenzy. Do you guys know what that kind of is? It just like is that just talking about his life, like when he's awake, like waking up to a suicide frenzy, like he just wants to die, so he just looks forward to going back to sleep. Is that what he's talking about?
Probably.
You
That makes me think that he's a suicide frenzy. I mean, I think of the word frenzy as like kind of crazy,
Yeah.
frantically. So like maybe every time he wakes up, he's always frantically trying to commit suicide. Maybe because
That makes sense when we just talked about Are You Really Okay and then Atlantic. Like, again, these songs kind of... So, man, that makes me really sad. I really hope that whoever, Vessel, I hope he's not really struggling that bad. Because, again, it's like...
he probably used to.
He probably
Dude, I
did.
feel
He probably does, dude. Because I know what probably is, too. People like me who want to figure out everything about him. He's like, dude, I just want to remain anonymous, just live a normal life. And then like all the people are just trying to. He's probably just overwhelmed, dude. I mean,
Well, do you remember what the original story is with how he started the band? I think this is the original story where it's like Sleep came to him out of nowhere in a dream and told him to start this band because he'd be successful or some shit,
no,
something along those lines.
she's right.
Yeah.
This band is
But, like,
incredibly
No,
successful.
that's exactly how it went.
You gotta
Yeah.
think though, what was he like that before? He was probably depressed as shit, sleeping all the time, because he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't. I mean, we all know what he did beforehand, but that's
Right.
such a huge gap of just nothingness, of
You're right.
dullness, of probably depression and just like the most fucked up possible shit he's probably got into, toxic relationships. And then one day he's sleeping his life away, and then he gets this probably a lucid dream. Honestly,
That's going to
now that you
say
brought that
maybe
up.
maybe it was lucid, and he like met Sleep there, and he's like, dude, do this band, and maybe things will go better for you, or you'll be
and then
successful.
he did it, and like had this thing drive him to do the songs, the music.
Dang. Again, that's
No,
another
I
deep
kinda
conversation.
feel
I like that.
like I feel like Vessel is a person who doesn't care a lot about himself, and like so he looks for something or someone else to motivate him to do things. Like he'll fight to the death for somebody else, but not for himself.
That feels
and-
like me sometimes, unfortunately. So that's relatable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like I think he might be that type of person, because definitely when he talks about Sleep and how he everything he does in his music is for Sleep, and like the way he talks about Sleep and how toxic his relationship is, but he still goes through hell for Sleep.
Right.
Like it's all for Sleep. And so I think it's very clear, like this dude's like definitely got his own internal struggle. Like I think that's
Totally.
like obvious, but
Yeah,
like
absolutely he does.
like I think him doing this, making this music about Sleep and for Sleep is like his way to keep himself. It's like a coping mechanism. It's like his way to keep himself alive.
Purpose.
Because if
purpose,
like he
exactly.
wants to make this music, but he can't do it for himself, because then he would just not be motivated to do it.
Dang,
But if he
if
does it for someone else, or if he does it for the Sleep god that he loves so much that he tries to go and see every night, if he does it for her, then it's worth it. Then it's worth fighting for him. And I think that's what makes him, that's what gives him the motivation to do all of the stuff that he's doing right now. And so without Sleep, he is nothing, basically, right? Like without Sleep, he doesn't have a reason to make this music.
Right.
And so
He goes back to who he was before Sleep took.
Right.
Whatever
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's like another thing, because it's also relatable, because it's like sometimes we use like other things or other people as kind of a distraction from our own struggles. And this, I feel like Sleep is his distraction. I mean, like he talks about it in his songs all the time.
Right.
Sleep is his distraction from his own struggles. He pays all his attention to Sleep. He's so obsessed with Sleep. So I think that's it like I don't I was talking to Chandler, and I kind of compared it to like Linkin Park. You know, the guy from Linkin Park,
Chester.
from Chester. Yeah. How he was struggling throughout his entire career, you know, musical career, and in his childhood. I think he's talked about it in interviews and stuff too. You know, he how he said he's been struggling like his whole life. He can never really, you know, snap out of it. Like he was always in his head, and he was always struggling. And it seemed like the music was definitely his only escape. It was his only way to find peace in his life. And at a certain point, even then, it seems like that wasn't enough, you know. And I mean, there was a lot that went into that, right? Like that, I don't know the whole story, but I think it had something to do with like one of his friends who also committed suicide, and after that, that was kind of like the last straw for him.
Right.
Yeah, but like I feel like Vessel is definitely like another, and this is all speculation, right? Like I could be completely wrong, but I feel like Vessel's probably one of those like internally struggling artists who like really love their art and really love to create, but they do it like almost to help themselves. And I say that also because in when I went to see him live, he has like this intro of like because they don't talk in their shows,
right?
But like they have this intro. I don't know if they still do it. They probably have something else now, but they have this intro where this lady's talking, and she's basically explaining to the audience why Vessel makes the music, and he says a lot of like how he's struggling, and he really just wants other people who are struggling to like he makes this music for himself to help himself, but in doing that he obviously has found that a lot of other people, like it's helped a lot of other people too. And so, you know, he explains how like he's just a vessel, he's just the vessel, you know, for this message that he's trying to bring from his sleep god, and everybody else seems to be resonating with that, and so that like he was just doing it for himself in the beginning, and maybe he still is, you know, because it's all for sleep, but you know, it seems like that seems to be helping him as well. Is this the fact that it seems to be resonating with everybody else?
Yeah.
And so I think like going back to the struggling artist thing, I feel like he's probably yeah, like I compared a lot to Chester from Linkin Park, and I don't know if we're talking about how, you know, how healthy he is mentally, like if he's still struggling, I feel like the struggling artist probably never isn't struggling, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So like I just wonder like how like it like if his music's going to be enough for him, and like, you know, I don't even really want to go there, you know, thinking about like freaking Chester and what happened then. Like I don't want this to be a repeat of that, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely.
But like with people talking about how you know, this last album is like the last album of the trilogy, and like how, you know, he's talking about like this might be the end of Sleep Token, or people are talking about this might be the end of Sleep Token. Like I don't know what that means, right? Like maybe that just means it's gonna be a new chapter, right? Like it's just that maybe they're gonna go into a completely different genre, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just gonna stop making music. I don't know.
Have you seen the cover art for the last song?
I have not.
I have for Elucid. Yeah.
It has Vessel's head in his hand.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it does.
Some weird little creature.
Yeah, dude.
Beheaded him.
Dang, dude. That was a lot for like the apparition too. But again, that all kind of ties in to like what that song is talking about. Man, dude, that is a good song. Bro.
These are deeper songs, man. If you
really get into it, yeah, you can really have a deep conversation with these.
like this is what I love about this band is like you can enjoy the music face value without even thinking about this kind of stuff. Just be like relationship, go and enjoy it. But like if you really want that extra credit, you can dive in and speculate because that's what this basically is speculation.
Oh, yeah. Speculation. That's all it
for
is.
the most part.
Yeah.
And really dive into Vessel's world that he's creating in his head.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, for sure. Dude, sick. Okay, let's jump to the next one. We won't talk too much about this one, but this is Do You Wish That You Loved Me?
Do you wish that you loved me? Do you wish that you loved
Sucked.
Yeah, definitely the weakest for sure. It just
Filler.
I feel like there's no skeleton to this song. It's just like actually it's all skeleton. There's nothing else to it. Again, good singing, I guess. I mean, it's all right.
I don't even know why this one got a visualizer.
Yeah, and also the monster thing looks really weird. It looks like a weird like ladybug. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, I don't know.
Ladybug.
I don't know. Like the monster thing looks weird for the Do You Wish That You Loved Me one.
Looks like a floating ball sack you'd find like in the water or some shit. That's what it looks like. With like,
is that what yours looks like when you get in the pool?
Yeah.
Do you swim naked?
Like it even has the little pubic hair hanging down underneath there. You looking at the picture? You know when your balls get wet, pubic hair.
I'm gonna have the pictures on the side of it when I do the editing. It's gonna be on the side for the video version.
So everyone, look, you see the little pubic hair when it's all wet and starts to like gather. That's what that is. It's a floating ball sack monster.
It kind of does look like that, dude.
A little bit.
A little bit. But yeah, definitely the weakest for sure. I liked it when it first came out, but fitting it into the whole album, just the weakest one in my opinion.
I just view it as like an interlude song, really.
Yeah. Do you like this
interlude
one,
song with lyrics?
Yeah.
No, I didn't care for it.
You didn't like it at all? Okay, no, that's cool. All right, cool. Well, we don't talk much about that one. It was just kind of a song. So let's jump into
Get fucked.
let's jump into Rain. This one was another one where I had to listen to it a few times for me to like, but I really like it now. It's just I don't know.
I like it.
You like this one?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain is.
I think it's just another one about sleep and how he, just rained down on me. Just like he's just trying to embrace it. You know,
as you were saying before, dude. Like this song, the other albums, like you can obviously different interpretation, but this album really, really, you could definitely tell he's talking about somebody. You know,
for sure.
Like this is the one where I'm like, dude, yeah, absolutely, you could tell he's talking about sleep. But yeah, this one has this sounds weird, but it kind of had some Breaking Benjamin vibes to me. Am I wrong about that? I don't know. It felt kind of Breaking Benjamin at some parts, like the guitar work.
I got that vibe with a couple of songs actually.
Did you really?
Some parts.
Yeah, I was like, this Breaking Benjamin dude.
They lean into just like a classic, not classic rock, but like your early 2000s sort of like rock riffs.
Totally.
Yeah. I think it was called like new metal.
New metal. Heck yeah.
I think that's what they called it. Yeah, new metal.
Yeah, dude. That's sick stuff, dude. But yeah,
no, it's not new metal.
Not new metal.
I think new metal's a little too heavy. I think new metal. What's new metal? New metal's like
it's like Limp Bizkit, isn't it? Is that Limp Bizkit?
Is that Limp Bizkit? There's no way that's Limp Bizkit.
I don't know.
I think Slipknot's considered new metal. Watch me get roasted by the fans now.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll be all right.
We don't know what we're talking about.
We'll protect you. It's okay.
Because no one likes new metal, but
yeah, I mean,
except for Slipknot. Okay, that's
except for Slipknot.
I don't even know what Slipknot's subgenre is.
Did you like their new album? Just kind of off topic, really quick. The end so far.
I'm not a huge Slipknot fan to begin with.
I didn't know that.
First of all,
okay.
Their songs are hit or miss. I like some of the popular songs. The new album, I didn't love it. My favorite album is the last one they did.
We Are Not Your Kind.
Is that the last album that they made?
Yeah, came out in 2019.
Yeah, is that the one with the choir music video?
Yeah, Unsainted.
Yes, I love that album.
No, I do too. I think it's great.
Their new album was weird.
Yeah, there's a few weird songs in there. I'm sorry, didn't mean to take from that. I just wanted to see what you think. But no, I thought Rain was cool. Again, cool atmosphere. Again, definitely felt like Breaking Benjamin. That's one I don't listen to as often as some of the other ones, but maybe that one will be more of a grower for sure. I just don't go back to it that often as of right now.
Grower, not a shower.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. But
God damn, half that song is rained down on me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little repetitive. There's a few parts I'm like, okay, but it changes up in like the way it sounds, which is always really cool. But yeah, it definitely, yeah, I don't know. It's okay.
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Miguel, you like that one too?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, sick. Is there anything else you guys want to say about this song? Because I'm excited to talk about the title track.
What, Rain?
Yeah, Rain.
Honestly, yeah, that's there's not a lot to say about it. It's just a good song.
It is good, definitely, for sure.
I haven't studied enough to really say anything, so
yeah, that's
I
fair.
think I'm good.
Okay, all right. Let's jump into the title track. Take Me Back to Eden.
Calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love, but I'll
Now,
Oh, what a fucking masterpiece, bro! Can
Yeah.
we get this? Like fucking, I want like a statue of this in Washington D.C. and Seattle.
is
Not
that how
Seattle,
that's how
shit.
good it is? Yeah, dude.
Dude? This
I want a music video for this one.
Me too.
how long is it? Like 8 minutes?
It's like
8.5 minutes.
8 minutes and 19 seconds, I believe.
That alone deserves a reward for being 8.5 minutes and being so fucking good and keeping your attention. Like I've watched so many reactors, and every single one of them said that 8.5 minutes long, did not feel that long,
No.
kept their attention, and was so good from beginning to end.
Dang,
Perfection.
you jumped right into that one, dude. You love this one.
It's okay.
No, it's one of my favorites too. I'm just kidding.
Top one. It's top one
Your favorite one? Title track?
for sure.
Okay.
It's so good.
Sick. Let's kind of break it down a little bit. So
I think we're done.
are you
We can
done?
Move on.
You want to talk about?
I'm fucking with you.
Okay. I was like, all right, we can move on, I guess, if we want to. But no, dude, this song is great. As I've mentioned previously, I don't like long songs. I really don't.
Yeah.
My songs are like, I like 3.5 minutes, 4 songs. I was a little worried about this one because I was like, again, it's 8.5 minutes, and I was like, I don't know, but this is a song. This is how you do an 8.5 minute song. Dude, it takes you on like a journey, just like the summoning. Like, it just kind of goes, and there's some things in this song, I feel like he does more rapping than like that second verse is fire. I'm not trying to be like one of those those teenager kids saying that, but that second verse is fire when he's rapping about the meat freezer.
That shit was a banger, bro.
Like when he's rapping about like meats in the freezer and cold cuts and answering phone calls. I was like, dude, this is
Hanging up like cold cuts. Dude, fucking lost my fucking mind, dude, when he said fucking hanging up like cold cuts.
Dude, did you laugh? 'Cause I kind of laughed at first. I was like, that's kind of
Man,
interesting. But I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
run the song for you. Every time he's rapping, it reminds me of some Disney Channel rap, dude. You know, like I
Disney
imagine that
Channel
shit on,
rap?
like Hannah Montana or some shit. Fucking some kid coming in rapping like that. Like, come on, dude. I love this song. I love this band.
You don't like that part?
Sometimes, no. It's not the part. It's like some of the words he says. It doesn't sound cool.
Okay.
Like,
That's
I feel
fair.
like he could have said something way better than cold cuts. It just reminds me of like
Dangling
sandwich
black
meat.
cold cut.
It's so weird.
What does it
It's
mean
such
though?
a-
It's got to mean something.
Like a meat locker.
But like in the context of the entire song, like why does it go from like hanging like meat to going to answering phone calls from people I don't like?
Brother wants a Sammy. He wants a sandwich, dude. He's hungry.
He
Dude,
probably
I'm gonna be on this song. Okay. This song and the last song.
Well, I'm
Right,
excited to
'cause-
talk about the last song for sure.
Well, the lyrics for both of these songs, like
They have tie-ins.
they have tie-ins, but they're also kind of complicated when you're trying to figure out what the fuck he's talking about.
I think I know what the last song's talking about. I have a good idea, but Take Me Back to Eden, I think it's a masterpiece, but it's still some of the lyrics I just don't understand.
It's cryptic. It's
I know. That's weird.
it's kind of mysterious. I mean, it's kind of mysterious until you get to the end of the breakdown. Like,
That breakdown is ferocious, dude.
breakdown is
Ferocious.
angry.
I was like, dang, I didn't expect that. That went hard. I was like, dude, that's the breakdown I thought we were gonna get at the end of like the summoning. Like that's what I thought we were gonna get. I was like, dang, that's a meaty boy, dude. That's insane.
I mean, I have a theory of like the breakdown, the small lyrics he has there, but like for the rest of the song,
because he ties this song back into Chokehold.
yeah,
So that's got to mean something. We must be. I didn't do too much studying on this song, to be honest. I just think it sounds really cool. and I don't know, it just takes you on a journey, and I think it's awesome. Like the verses are different, the instruments are insane. Like it's just super sick.
It's lyrically complicated.
Yeah, I can't figure it out.
This is cool. I like it. It's cool.
Lyrics,
Yeah,
and like,
dude, read verse 2. Read verse 2 out loud with the cold cuts, Miguel. Make it
rap it.
Dude.
The meat freezer part.
Yeah. Can you rap it?
Okay, let me find it real quick.
I think it's like verse 2.
But yeah, I'm reading the lyrics and I'm just like, I need to listen to this song a few more times before I say anything, because this one's not so straightforward like a lot of.
No.
Yeah,
like I was saying, it's complicated.
Just 2 days in the mainframe. You're gonna rap it for us, Miguel?
The
room feels like a meat freezer. I dangling like cold cuts.
God damn, brother.
Missed calls. Wait, is that right? That is right. Missed calls, answer phones with people that I don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love. Sound like Post Malone up in here, dude.
You pull it up?
I pulled up the lyrics. I pulled up the lyrics because I don't know, but I'll take a pound of your flesh, force you to take a piece of my pay stub. Like, I don't understand exactly.
Take a piece of my pay stub.
Make it sound
like trying to get this money, bro. There's more money.
Makes you make it sound a little country there, dude.
I have to. I can't take that shit seriously.
That's
when
okay.
I'm trying to rap. I'm not a rapper.
I understand. You kind of look like one right now, though.
Some of these, dude. Thanks, bro. I'm about to go fucking pop some caps in some white boy's ass.
Are you?
This podcast, dude. Yeah. I mean, some of these lyrics.
I can't piece it together.
Like miss calls, answer phones from people I just don't trust. That makes me think he's missing calls from like people who matter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Bethany's calling, but I'm not gonna answer. Fuck you, Bethany. But then he's answering calls from people he doesn't trust. So maybe they're like people he doesn't even fucking know.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what that means. Does that mean he's pushing the people who are close to him away?
Maybe.
And then
I don't know. Maybe he's in the maybe he's in the meat freezer taking those phone calls.
Why is he in the meat freezer? Leave the meat freezer vessel. Leave the meat freezer.
He can't get a reception in there, so he just.
There's warm sandwiches outside.
Dude, I'd make him one if you wanted one.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Well, dude, I would. I'd make him a nice ham sandwich with some Swiss cheese, a little bit of mustard.
Dude. I'll act like the motherfucker who's at Subway sandwich dude making his sandwich. I mean, what do you want? Lettuce, tomato? You got it. Toasted? I got you, brother.
Dude, what if Sleep Token walked in, like they were dressed up in that outfit? Like, can I?
It'd have to be, dude. There's no way. If he walked in without his mask, I wouldn't know who he is.
You're like, can I get a sandwich? I'm like, dude, yeah.
Can I get a sandwich?
Absolutely. Maybe he's talking about that. He's just craving Subway, dude.
Cold cuts.
The only thing I could come up with
I can't figure it out, but yeah, dude.
The room feels like a meat freezer, so like there's a bunch of just dead pieces of meat, right? Like just people that like maybe they're supposed to matter in his life, but they don't feel. Yeah, they're just cold bodies. Like, and he doesn't trust those people, right? Because like here it says mirror talk, fake love.
Yeah.
So like the people who are close in his life, he feels like he can't trust them. They're just mirroring him. Like they're just, you know how people tend to like mirror each other's energy kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like so mirror talk, fake love. So maybe he feels like people are just kind of like mirroring his personality to try and like appease him or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels fake to him. Like he doesn't actually feel like they actually care about him, so he doesn't trust them.
Oh, maybe he's dealing with fame.
Maybe that could be
That's possible.
He's got all these fake people around him. And then Take Me Back to Eden is probably him wanting to go back to like a peaceful place.
There you go. That actually could be it. Maybe you crack the code.
He's not used to this shit. He's surrounded by fake people trying to get a fucking piece of his pay stub. Holy shit,
dude! I think you kind of figured. I think you kind of figured it out. That's actually sick. Yeah. We figured it out, boys.
Like the agency or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like just trying to hustle and
get that money, dude.
Somehow.
Dude,
that's why.
Is Sleep from Eden? Is that kind of the? Is that the?
Dude, I don't.
That's the thing. Is she there and he wants to go back?
I don't think Eden's a place.
I think Eden is probably like his dream world. You know,
Oh, this
Like,
like
mind.
yeah,
that
like
makes sense.
it's just like whenever he goes to sleep, that's like the world that he goes to
Is
where
Eden?
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eden.
Okay,
I think he probably calls it Eden. You know, because it's like
that
It's
could
peace.
it's like heaven on earth, right?
yeah. Dang, I think
Garden of Eden was like the most peaceful place before
Right. Yeah.
they ate
Before
that shit.
right?
Yeah, motherfuckers ate that apple. So like he's like so Take Me Back to Eden isn't necessarily like take me back to a specific place like the Garden of Eden. So
Right.
I think
Well,
Sleep
I
Token
need
does a
to-
really good job at like avoiding real religion stuff while still using real religion things.
no, I think so too. I think
I think he deliberately does that, which is smart. But
Yeah.
like, I think Eden, in this sense, is what Miguel was saying. I think it's his dream state, the dream world with sleep or peace, because now that he's at this point of fame and popularity, he's experiencing something he wasn't experiencing maybe during like the release of Sundowning or even before then. Like now he's got fame, he's got people all around him trying to get a piece of that pay stub,
Mm.
trying to get his money.
dang, that's true though. Because
And trying to possibly even trying to manipulate him. You know how those fucking
yeah,
record labels try to change you and shit.
Right.
yeah, he could be
Like
talking. He could be talking about the label they're on, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. But
So maybe
there's a
this
chance.
is maybe this is his way of wanting to go, like saying he wants to go back to that simple time where he would just go to sleep every day and hang out with sleep.
Yeah.
You know, like he
that's
wishes
it.
he could just go back.
I think that's got to be it. I mean, it's cool that we're kind of cracking the code here because yeah, like if you think, I mean, take me back. Like honestly, like if you think about it, like when you were like I don't know. Like when you were younger, like what's a place you wanted to go back to? Like you just want to go back there because you're happy. Like for me, it was
Right.
like Disneyland. Like I was like, take me back there because I was never depressed when I was at Disneyland. So maybe like this is what he's talking about, where he's like, I can't take this anymore. Like
No, I legit relate because like that,
Yeah.
I would look that time when I was in college and I was super into lucid dreaming. I would literally
like,
just
I'm-
like
like,
look forward to that.
I'm
shit.
ready to go to bed and just go hang out with in my dreams, dude. You know.
Simple times.
Yeah, dude. That might be it. I think we figured it out.
But
That's good. Man, you guys are really smart. That's why I wanted to have you guys on, because you guys are cracking the code. That's pretty sick,
Which
dude.
is crazy because I want to talk about that breakdown.
Yeah. Let's
that
do it.
breakdown. When you when you listen to that breakdown, what emotion does that make you think of?
Like, how do I feel listening to the breakdown? Or
How do you think he feels when he's doing that breakdown? When he's doing the lyrics?
well, he's
When
just
he's screaming.
He's just saying, "Take me back to Eden," right? Like,
He
oh
says,
wait, there's a lot more than that. I'm pulling it up here.
there's a little bit more.
So let me.
yeah, well, what are you thinking? Because I'm thinking he's like just so frustrated with all the fame and fortune that
looks-
it's like a lot for him, and so he's just like, yo, take me back to Eden, you know?
Is he angry? Oh, back. You can tell by Baxter's eyebrows
Yeah,
that we're
he's like-
wrong.
He's
Frustrated.
pissed, bro.
He's mad that
When
he.
you listen to that shit, dude, he says I strayed from the path of reason, and then he's just like take me back to Eden, and he's just fucking screaming that shit. Like if you try to visualize it, like if you were to isolate those lyrics and the way he screams it, no breakdown, no nothing, and you just try to like close your eyes and you try to visualize what does a person look like when they're fucking screaming like that specifically and saying those words in that way. It sounds like a very pissed off, very impatient, like I'm tired of all this fucking shit. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be nice no more. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to fucking Eden. I want to go back. I'm done.
Dang. Yeah. Wow.
Like
Yeah, he's
it's
like
not,
an
he's
That
at
makes-
the end of his fuse.
He's having withdrawals.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like addicted to
Literally
going
having
back.
a withdrawal.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is while he's on tour, what if he's suffering from insomnia?
Dude, that would actually
So he can't sleep.
Can't sleep at all. Oh man.
No, that's kind of funny that you say that because, like, in one of the songs, doesn't he say like how he's something about like being cursed or not cursed? He doesn't say cursed, but like having to be constantly awake.
Oh yeah,
He's
constantly be
talking about having
awake.
to be constantly awake.
And then he says something about show me the way, even if it
Show me
hurts
the
me,
way.
even if I can't sleep.
Even if I can't sleep, yeah. So I think that's maybe it's a
He could be
callback to that.
struggling.
I was like, like I wish that I could go back to Eden. I wish I could go back to the simpler time where I would just go to sleep and hang out with sleep all the time. But I can't do that now because I'm doing my duty as this vessel for sleep, and now I'm not allowed to sleep because I have to do all this work to bring out this message for sleep.
Or even struggling to sleep, or not sleeping as much as he would like,
Right.
doing the things that he's doing.
And so that breakdown that you're talking about in Take Me Back to Eden is literally that moment where he's like, I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking done. I want to go back.
Yeah, we've all been at that point where we just feel
Oh,
done. So
the reason why I bring up that as emotion too is I don't think people are noticing very often, because I mean we're all taken aback by the breakdown. We're like headbang time.
Yeah.
But Sleep Token does a really good job at incorporating emotions into their breakdowns if they want to.
Right.
So like there's aggression for sure, especially with the lyrics. But then like High Water, I don't think a lot of people made the connection with High Water's breakdown. It's sad. It's I don't think I've ever headbanged during the High Water breakdown.
Right.
Because that shit is so. It has such a sad tone to it, even with like what he's saying in the background, where he's muffled, saying "I can't hold this together" or something like that. It sounds like he's failing, but then like no one really catches the emotion behind it, because I mean we're fucking metalheads, dude. We hear a fucking breakdown, we're like, oh fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's no offense to anybody. I mean, good breakdowns and shit, but like, there's emotion in those breakdowns if they want there to be emotions, and it tells that story, I think, even further.
Yeah. Dang. That was a great conversation on Taking Back to Eden. From a song, I had no idea what it was talking about, so I think I
don't think any of us did.
I think we figured it out. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you.
I'm smart.
You are a smart guy, dude. I never thought you were not smart, dude. I think you helped me with my math
Dark
homework
Souls.
once. Dark Souls.
Well, you probably got all wrong answers. I actually found out I was good at smart one time, dude. I went to Portland Community College, and everyone in my math class was like, "You're the smartest fucking kid here." I'm like, "The fuck? I'm stupid as hell, bro." The whole thing, I'm the smart kid in this class. All of a sudden, when the fuck that happened? Why couldn't this happen in high school?
You're literally Vessel. You can't take all that fame, dude. So you want to go back to your house? Take me back. Take me back to Baxter's house.
Yeah.
Which you kicked me out of, but I won't go into that story.
Go to back. I was going to watch porn.
Yeah, he kicked me out to go watch porn. I had to walk home.
I gotta end this podcast right now, guys. I gotta go watch porn right now.
Dude, I'd be so mad. We have one more song. Dude, I mean, he literally. We were hanging out, and
I got a nut to go bust.
Yeah, dude. He's like, I have to finish
for
my mom gets home, and then I literally had to walk home, which was like 20 minutes because I couldn't drive. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about what's it called? A Euclid?
Say it correctly.
Euclid.
Ukulele.
I've heard people say Euclid. I don't think it's Euclid. I think it's Euclid.
I think it's
Euclid.
I think it's Euclid.
Euclid.
The night belongs to you.
Yeah.
Euclid.
You think it's Euclid?
You slipped? Is that what you said? I slipped.
What'd you slip on?
What?
What'd you slip on?
I didn't slip on anything. I thought
we're just talking about teeth, and you're over there slipping on them juices.
Oh,
some sweet juices.
Or this is ASMR now.
You sound like Meat Canyon right there.
Dude, you do.
I sound like what?
Meat Canyon, dude.
Meat Canyon.
What the fuck?
I love Meat Canyon.
You know what it is, right?
Is that like Meat Spin?
No, that was bad.
No,
he like makes cartoons that are like hilarious.
Oh yeah, I think they scare me.
They are scary, but they're pretty funny. Okay.
They freak me out.
Euclid. This song.
I don't know if that's correct.
I think it is.
Let me read the lyrics.
I think it is.
I think this song is about acceptance.
I think it's about finally winning and committing suicide and moving on with my life.
What? You think that's what the song is talking about?
Look at that picture, dude. He's dead.
That's true. That picture is going to be on the side. I mean, maybe that was like.
That's not what it's about. I don't think.
I do think though it's about self-acceptance of like moving on, and like again, like the night belongs to you. I think this is a song.
It's a mental suicide.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think the song was really powerful, and it feels really like upbeat and fun. It's kind of weird, like the way it sounds, but
Well,
this song was powerful.
It sounds like how a movie ends, and it shows like
that's how I felt.
Like the scenes of what happened. Like everyone's with their family, and what's Jimmy doing, and John's over here with his, and then you got that song playing in the background. That's what it kind of reminded me of. It's like kind of like a happy ending conclusion.
Kinda. I could see that.
Sort of song.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like a finale.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's why a lot of people are saying, like, if this is the end, like, this does feel like the finale to this band. Because, again, as we mentioned, this is the last chapter of this trilogy. Which, again, I'm excited.
Did they say that officially? Did they say that?
I think I read
Did they call it a trilogy? Did they call it a trilogy concept album? Because if they did, that's so...
I feel like...
funny to me.
I feel like I don't know. Well, maybe they didn't say it.
It's always hard. You never know who's saying what.
Yeah, I feel like it is because again, I feel like from starting from like Sundowning to the end of this album, it does feel like a big story. Just like different chapters in between and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It does feel like a proper ending. If they were to be like, all right, this band is no more. Like, would I be satisfied? Like, I think I would. That's the thing.
I would too.
I think I would be happy with those 3 albums and just having them.
It'd be bittersweet.
Yeah, I mean,
because that means no more Sleep Token.
Yeah, but I feel like this band has been such an event in the rock and metal scene, and it's just like if it was over, I think everyone would just be so sad. But I don't think.
I think everyone would be sad, but I think everyone would accept it too because it did end so well. Because now you got to think it'd be like ending on a high note. Because Sleep Token is so good front to back. They all got banger songs. I mean, there's not a bad song. Like I feel like even a song that we don't like, someone else likes.
Totally.
So I think it's fair to say that every song they make is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, dude. I had a guy on my Patreon really quick. He's never listened to Sleep Token before, and he loved "Do You Wish That You Loved Me." That's one of his favorites. Yeah, I feel like again, it's all subject to opinion, but yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and I think if they continue, there's a risk of them failing, which could kind of hurt their name to an extent.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to hear what you want to think of this going forward. But again, I just want to say, and we all got to say it. I love that callback to "This Night Doesn't Belong to God." I mean, everyone loves that. That was like the coolest thing.
That almost made you cry,
dude. It was just it's literally like watching a movie where you're watching like a third part in a movie, and it references like the first movie that means so much to you, and you're like, dude, this is so sick. So yeah, that part like got me emotional because it's like hearing that song for the first time just reminded me of like why, even though that wasn't the first song I heard by Sleep Token, I feel like, I don't know, it kind of just made it full.
It also references a different song that's not as popular.
In this song?
Yes.
A Sleep Token song? What song?
When the Bow Breaks.
Dude, that's on their one EP, isn't it?
Yep.
I actually really like
There's a lyric
song.
that says this bow has broken through.
Dang. Have you heard that song, Miguel? It's on their EP. Have you listened to their EPs, Miguel? 1 and 2?
I haven't listened to one.
They're pretty good. I think they play a few of their songs like when they play a song they play Nazareth usually from their second EP called 2 sometimes. But yeah, do you check out some of their old, I mean, it's still Sleep Token. It's just, just early Sleep Token. But yeah, I didn't even realize that. I like When the Bow Breaks. That's a really good song, actually. So it's like a 7.5 minute song, but it's a pretty good song. It's pretty cool. But yeah, did you like the song, Miguel?
Euclid?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was just reading the lyrics.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think y'all are right about like the ending.
Yeah.
I think but I don't think it's about a suicide, honestly. I think it's more about really just ending the Sleep Token chapter, because in the lyrics it says like he has to become someone new, and so
yeah,
I'm hoping that means he's not trying to kill himself. I'm that
No,
I think he's
I
think that means like he's literally just saying like I'm not gonna make Sleep Token music anymore. He might make music, different kind of music, or he might just not do Sleep Token anymore, or
Well,
he might not make music for Sleep anymore, because like this is his last album that he's making for Sleep, right? Because he's been doing all this music for Sleep,
Right.
and now that he's kind of accepted that they'll never be like romantically together, he's kind of like, okay, well then that's that. I'm done trying to prove myself to you. I'm done trying to be your vessel. I did this all for you, and I realized that we're not going to be together anymore, or that we're never going to be together. So this is it. This will be my last thing, and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
And so I think this is his like way of like leaving this toxic relationship that he has with Sleep.
I think so. That's what I'm saying.
It's a mental suicide.
Yeah, I think it's about like, again, acceptance and just moving on. Just like, you know what?
His mind.
Yeah, this is best for me. I just got to go. You know, I got to do what's best for me. Which again, I kind of think it ends that album. I think it ends it on a somewhat positive note. I would say it's still, you know,
It's hopeful.
it is hopeful. But I think the song was wonderful. I love the vibe to it too. It just feels like a summer song. Like you just like have like I don't know. I feel like I'm in an '80s movie, like with the sunglasses on, the tank on, just driving around to this song. It just has that kind of vibe for me.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. But I do. If something else want to talk about the song, I know really quick. We'll have Baxter say what he thinks where the band's going to go, and then we can kind of just give our scores on the album. So I'm very curious because Miguel and I did not talk to Baxter about this before this podcast. So where do you think this band's going to go, like for the next album or the next step for this band?
Okay. I don't think this is a for sure thing that they are going to do. Obviously, no one knows what they're going to do. But so the fact that they've been calling this a 3-album concept trilogy makes me think that it hasn't always been a 3-album concept trilogy. Good lord. But I think with like I think with Take Me Back to Eden is when this idea really started to like come together and develop this. Because if you think about it, if you go back to Sundowning and you go to This Place Will Be Your Tomb, clearly there's some sort of background story, like elements of stuff. It's never really dived into, though. It's never glimpsed at. The only thing we know is there's a deity named Sleep.
Right.
Other than that, there's nothing. And you start to dive more into that a little bit with Take Me Back to Eden. There's a little bit more spiritual stuff going on. There's a little bit more like otherworldly stuff going on with the lyrics. You got a little bit with that with Sundowning, with like the offering, with the motherfucker with the crazy teeth. In the offering it says the diamond teeth like diamonds. That makes me think really sharp teeth.
Right.
Like that's not normal. But then you don't really get a glimpse of that anywhere else, really. And then you look at like the visualizer. You look at the visualizers and like the album art for Sundowning and This Place Will Be a Tomb. Not too crazy. You got like alchemy stuff for Sundowning, and then you got like fish, sea creatures for This Place Will Be a Tomb. It's pretty basic, real world stuff. But then you look at Take Me Back to Eden. You have these creatures, these incredible looking creatures.
Yeah.
With no context, no background story, no nothing. It makes me think that maybe now they're considering developing an actual conceptual world with inhabitants in it. And I think that this is going to be the beginning of Vessel exploring that world
That
and
could be
leaving
cool.
reality. Yes. Because in Ascensionism, there's a line where he says, "I will ascend." Now, again, we talked about how like these songs can be based on different perspectives, whether it's Sleep or Vessel. If that's Vessel's ascending, that means he's going to be leaving his mortal body in some sort of capacity. We saw in Alkaline that if that's true, he has powers. He's not a normal person in
That's
this
true.
world.
That is very
Right.
true. Yeah.
He's
the music video for
otherworldly.
Alkaline, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that he's going to go. These next albums that they could end up doing is leaving our world, physically entering this dream world of theirs, potentially Eden, if that's what they want to call it.
Yeah.
And doing something, maybe ascending to what would be considered godhood in this world beyond Sleep, beyond these inhabitants of that we saw on the statues, and we might see a more confident, less melancholy, depressed sleep or vessel going into the next albums as he's changed completely and come to terms with the situation that he's in.
So he wouldn't be singing
from it.
He wouldn't be singing about sleep. He'd be singing about like these other like worldly things we're talking. Like
yes,
that actually real. It sounds like an RPG, dude. It's actually kind of cool. Kind of like that.
He could be singing about those deities. He could be singing about himself. Whatever. Maybe sleep's still in the picture, but maybe a different dynamic.
Oh,
maybe
that's cool.
They're actually working together and not fighting each other. Maybe, there's so many opportunities they can go with this.
Totally. That's actually really cool.
And it would go further into this whole, because when I think of a concept album, I think of something a bit more imaginative than in terms of
definitely.
Imagine it, because when you close your eyes and listen to a concept album, it's supposed to be like a movie-esque thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying these aren't concept albums, but they're very grounded in our reality. There's not a whole lot going on, and not a whole lot of what sleep is and where sleep even comes from is dived into very much. So they can completely go into that direction. We could get like a more angry sleep with more screams. We could get a more
metal. Yeah, that'd be kind of
go more metal, or we could more jazz, more piano, more whatever, really.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get less melancholy sleep going forward, a less sad sleep, depressed sleep.
Dude, that's actually really cool. And honestly, I kind of hope they do that for number 4. I think that would actually be, because like the world itself, it's so interesting. Like again, like you could totally like make this like a video game or even like a book. Like it's so interesting to like read and like go into the lore about this band that they've kind of created. Like it's super cool. That's actually really cool. Like sincerely, that's really, really cool. It's kind of cool to see him sing about something else besides like, sleep could still be there, but it's kind of just some different takes on different things like that. So that's really cool.
Just real quick though, I found that translation. I think it's of the album where they have the runes.
Mm-hmm.
And the translation in the album that someone said is, I'm hunting something, and in turn, that same thing is hunting me. The beholder, the void, beyond I am, the line between I am. What the fuck? The beholder, the void, beyond I am, the line between I am, the teeth of God.
Dang.
It says that in the album.
He does. Yeah. They have a song called Teeth.
Jaws.
Yeah, that's true. They do have Jaws. Dang, dude. I mean, you could be right about that. Then they could be leaning more into that style. I don't know. That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, honestly, when the 4th album comes out, whenever that may be, it'll be I think everyone's gonna have their attention on it because again, everyone's gonna be like, okay, this last song was about acceptance. Where do we go from here?
Right.
So it's like, what are we gonna do? So that's a really good idea. That's really, really cool, dude. How long did it take to think about this? Not
long at all.
Oh, okay. That would have taken me forever.
Well, I mean, I saw those creatures, and I'm like, well, when I first saw the creature for like whatever, what was the first one that came out? Chokehold?
Chokehold, yeah.
Or summoning. When I saw those, I was like, these gotta mean something. They're not just throwing some random person's art on a visualizer just because it looks cool. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like Sleep Token is a bit more thoughtful with that kind of stuff.
For sure.
But then, like, you listen to the songs and, like, the song, maybe I'm missing something. The songs don't really have anything to do with the statues or the art or anything, except for maybe the very last one, which is kind of symbolic of him changing.
Yeah.
Him doing a mental suicide and changing who he is.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I'm not seeing much of a connection. So it makes me think these are maybe beings in this world that we just have not explored whatsoever.
Mm.
Yeah, they might be creatures that he'd encountered in his dreams when anytime that he go to sleep.
When he was in Eden
Yeah, they might just be creatures that he came across in those adventures,
And he could like share like his experiences of like I don't know, that's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, whether or not that's the case, I mean, this dude is like insanely creative, like that's for sure.
yeah,
You know?
that's something we need to
So, like,
acknowledge. That Vessel is very talented. Like we're
Oh, yeah.
talking,
so
not.
yeah,
I mean,
like I think if yeah, no, if anything, like these demons that are in the visualizers, that yeah, they're probably like just things that he comes up with, like in his imagination, things that he's dreamt up in one of his adventures with sleep, just whatever it is, it's shit that he's come up with, right? And he's
Totally.
just like feels the need to like make it into a reality somehow through his art. And so that's how we get to see a glimpse of like that world that he would go to every night in when
Yeah.
he sleeps, you know?
Yeah.
dang, that's really cool, man. Good job, boys. That was a great conversation. I want to really quick end it. We'll just go one at a time. You can just say your last thoughts and to just give it a score. Whoever wants to go first.
Miguel, head up.
Miguel, do you want to go first? Do you like that pressure?
Spotlight's
10.
on you.
I give it a 10.
10?
Damn.
Are you not going to give it a 10?
Even though I didn't care for Do You Wish That You Loved Me too much.
Yeah.
Like
That
so
one-
maybe like a 9.8. I'll give it a 9.8.
I think that's fair. I mean, if I'm going to go, I probably agree. I think it honestly is. I gave it a 10 in my review. The more we've talked about this, the more actually I was like, I really want to go back and listen to Chokehold again from what we talked about. Are You Really Okay again? Knowing that concept of it might be sleep singing to him. I like that. Honestly, the one I'm most excited to go back and listen to again is Take Me Back to Eden. Because now that we kind of possibly figured out what that song's about, I think it's going to impact me a little bit more, even though I already love that song.
Right.
I mean, again, like Vore and Do You Wish That You Loved Me, definitely, in my opinion, a little bit weak, but I can't deny that this album is an absolute masterpiece. And I've actually seen people on like my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, people like, you know what, like I don't really listen to this kind of music, but Sleep Token is something that I've listened to because of your recommendations, and or they see my reactions for it, and they're like, this band's actually really cool. And so I'm like, there is something really special about this band, and I haven't felt this way about an album, like truly made me feel something in a really, 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 really long time. And I think, in my personal opinion, this album is my favorite of the three. But for me, yeah, it's honestly 9.9/10. Like I think it's an absolute, like I think it's art. Like this is art to me. It's a masterpiece.
Same. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for sure. No competition.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
not even just album for the. It's not even album of the year for me. It's like album of all time personally.
so you think it's better than This Place Will Become Your Tomb?
I was about to ask.
Like how would
musically, yes.
how would you rank them? I can tell you my ranking. We may disagree.
Dude, I can tell you everyone's ranking that's ever listened to Sleep Token. Their ranking is Sundowning is the weakest album.
Really?
Their second favorite album is probably This Place Will Be Their Tomb. And then their best favorite album is probably Take Me Back to Eden.
See, mine's swapped. I think Take Me Back to Eden, Sundowning, and then This Place Will Become Your Tomb. I know people don't disagree.
You like Sundowning more than
I think I do. I listen.
Take Me Back to Eden?
I listen. No. Take Me Back to Eden is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sundown is your second.
Sundown is my second, and then This Place Will
Okay.
Become Your Tomb. As much as I love that album, I don't know. Sundowning, I don't know. There's something about it that I
That's
really.
interesting.
I know. See, I knew we would disagree because I probably know your ranking
No,
too.
man.
Yeah.
I think the
I just
last
said
two
it.
are tied for me.
So, what's your favorite?
I like-
Miguel?
I like both albums like
Yeah.
equally. I think I'd have to listen to both of them back to back.
I
and,
did.
like,
I actually did that like before
numerous
the album came out, and I can honestly say, like, for me, Taking Back to Eden, Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb. I know people are going to disagree with that. That's okay. It's all open for opinion, and that's totally fine.
My
I do wanna
problem
listen
with
to-
go ahead, Miguel.
I want to listen to Dark Signs again now that we talked. Did we
That's-
get
that's-
that? Did we record that? When
No,
we
I
were
I don't
talking
think
about
we
Dark,
recorded it.
I was
don't think we
gone.
did.
My computer went out,
Mhm.
so I
we
didn't
should
get that.
talk about that real quick again because
Go ahead.
I want to listen to Dark Signs again now that we.
Go ahead. Yeah,
talk
I
about
missed
Dark
it. I
Signs.
know you guys were talking, but I missed it. So if you want to mention something that ties into this album, go ahead.
He only heard the last part of that conversation.
Yeah, go ahead.
But like me and Anthony were talking about how Dark Signs is connected to Are You Really Okay? Because when and I think Anthony has a really good point when he's talking about how Are You Really Okay is sung through the perspective of sleep, because in Dark Signs, that is sung through the perspective of Vessel, talking about how he's like not okay with being in love with Sleep, and Sleep doesn't love him that way, and he really wants him to, and so he's talking about how he's not okay with that, and he really wants to be loved.
On Dark Signs?
In Dark Signs,
Okay.
Dark Signs,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so in Are You Really Okay, it's like the same story, but it's being told by the perspective of Sleep, talking to Vessel as like basically saying like, are you really okay? Like, because not because I love you, but because I do care about you, because I need you to be okay, because I need you to be my vessel. But like, like I want to help you, but I also can't give you what you want. I can't give you that love that you crave from me. And so like now we're here, and so it's like the same story being told from two different songs, and it's just like the two different perspectives.
It actually feels like Dark Signs is more of like instead of maybe Atlantic, maybe Dark Signs like the first one, then Are You Really Okay is kind of the continuation of it. Maybe that's possibly. Maybe that makes more sense. See, again, now I want to listen to them all the way through again. All the
because
albums.
the way Dark Signs opens up is it says, "Where I was raised, there was no street lights, just pitch black and passing headlights."
Right.
And then Are You Really Okay opens up with "I raised you in the dark."
Raised you in the dark.
Which,
yeah.
It just makes me think that Sleep raised Vessel in the dark on those.
And then they mentioned darkness again, like right before the chorus, and Are You Really Okay? Dang, you guys are probably right. That's probably more of the first one, and then Are You Really Okay is probably the sequel or continuation of it. So dang, that's cool. Dang, all right. Well, shoot, boys. That was a good conversation. Is there anything else you guys want to say about Sleep Token before we wrap things up, or anything else you guys want to say before I close out?
Great band.
What'd you say?
Great band.
Oh, great band. Yes, great band. at the end of the day, talented musicians, all of them are. I mean,
Nickelback is better.
Hey, honestly, dude, I actually like that band.
Don't say honestly.
No,
stop.
No, dude.
Stop.
No. They're not.
I was memeing.
They're not better than Sleep Token, but I actually do like. I listened to them the other day.
They're not better. Period.
Oh, dude, come on.
They're not even good, honestly.
What, guys?
What's your favorite song by Nickelback?
Probably Vegas. Right now it's Vegas Bomb, dude.
Rockstar was like what all the white moms were listening to in their fucking car. They're like,
dude, my mom loves that song. So it's perfect.
I know. Every white woman did. Every white mother did, dude. They were blasting that shit. They're like, I listen to rock. I listen to Nickelback.
No, they say that. They listen to rock. It's either that or it's Five Finger Death Punch, which I cannot stand. I'd rather listen to Nickelback than Five Finger Death Punch.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, my son?
Smite Nickelback.
Dude, I like their new album. That was dude, Vegas Bomb. Lay the line up,
to the new album?
Pump. I did a whole album reaction for it, dude. It's on the $5 tier.
Oh my god,
but...
I feel bad for the YouTubers and Patreons.
No, they love, dude. They had a great time, dude.
No, they just enjoyed your presence. They didn't enjoy the music. They were just there for you, buddy.
Wow, I didn't think I mean, I feel like I'm attacked now. Maybe someone visit me in my sleep saying, Chandler, start a band like Nickelback and prove Miguel and Anthony wrong, and you will be successful. No. We'll call it Quarter Front.
I mean, Quarter Front.
Dude, that's not Quarter Front.
I mean, their music isn't complicated. You could easily do better than them. It's just fucking pop music, basically.
I feel like I don't know, dude. I've always here's the thing. I've always liked Nickelback. Miguel knows that. I've always been a fan of them. I've always enjoyed them. I've always been criticized for it, but I do like that.
Side Up was their last good album.
That was their first album, wasn't it?
Yep. And it's Where You Need to Stop. Go no.
What was that Hero song?
That was like a one-off from the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
that wasn't even like that was like a Chad Kroeger song. It's not even a Nickelback song. It's like he just did himself. That's a good song though. Come on, you gotta admit that's a good.
That's probably their only good song, honestly.
Was it nostalgic because of Spider-Man? Probably.
No, I
Oh,
I like that song. I
It's an okay song.
genuinely actually like that song.
okay.
Had a
Well,
good music video too.
Spider-Man's in that, right?
No, I
Oh,
don't think it is.
I don't know.
I think it's someone. It's like someone can see the clocks, the lifespans of people's heads,
Oh,
and you can see that go down and see how someone die, and he sacrifices himself to save someone else.
oh. All right. Well,
It's kind of a crazy concept.
okay.
Let's make this a Nickelback podcast.
Dude, we could. Do you guys want to talk about the new album? We can do that sometime, dude. I'm gonna try to call you guys, and neither one are gonna pick up when I mention Nickelback.
No, dude.
I'm gonna. Okay, well, I'm gonna close this off here. I want to thank you all for listening to this 64th episode of the Chandler Burton Podcast. I started this during COVID, and we are still going strong 3 years later. Miguel, great to have you back on the podcast, dude. I really appreciate your presence, and I appreciate all the information that you brought to the table, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for coming on. I know you work long hours, and I know you got to go to bed soon, so I appreciate you making some time, dude. I appreciate it.
Always happy to be with you.
Dude, you're the man. And Baxter, first time on the podcast. Would you come back?
Of course, dude.
Dude, you are the man. I appreciate you too, dude. You brought a lot of good insight. Again, you got very you both got pretty personal with some of these songs, and I think that's really cool. So I appreciate you guys being open and honest. Yeah, dude. That's what it is for me too. So, all right, my friends, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Chandler Burton Podcast. Sleep Tokens, Take Me Back to Eden is out now via Spine Farm Records. Go jam it. It's an absolute masterpiece. Until next time, hope y'all take care. Thank you again, boys.